responding already tonight. Also breaking at this hour, the highest level warning for tornadoes and floods in the hours ahead. Those storms moving in right now. And you'll see the images tonight, passengers evacuating on the wing of a plane. First tonight, President Trump imposing those major tariffs on America's trading partners. Economists say the highest tariffs on goods coming into the U.S. in more than a century, and that Americans will be paying higher prices. President Trump tonight arguing it's necessary to bring manufacturing back. In addition to 25% tariff on all imported vehicles going into effect at midnight. What this now means for anyone planning on buying a car. Tonight, the market's responding with the futures are indicating already. Also at this hour, what authorities are calling a multi-day life-threatening storm from Texas up to Michigan, then moving east. The highest threat level at this hour for tornadoes and flash flooding. One twister on the ground for 17 miles. Ginger Z in the storm zone. She'll time this out. Tonight, passengers evacuating on the wing of a plane, an American Airlines flight, evacuated just moments after landing, and the reason behind it. Tonight, how much longer will Elon Musk have his role alongside President Trump? What sources are now telling ABC News. The deadly scene, the suspect opening fire inside of Walgreens. Tonight, authorities revealing the possible motive. The tragedy for a family on spring break, a 7-year-old girl killed by a falling boulder. Facing a Saturday deadline, the major U.S. company tonight now making a last-minute bid to buy TikTok. And tonight, celebrating actor Val Kilmer.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Tonight, hear this question. Do you know how he got that nickname in Top Gun? As we also remember his roles in Batman Forever, The Doors, and Tombstone.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Wednesday night. These life-threatening storms moving in, the highest threat level for tornadoes and storms, multiple states. We're going to go live to Ginger Z in the storm zone with the forecast in a moment. But we do begin tonight with President Trump and his sweeping new tariffs announced just a short time ago on goods coming into the U.S. Economists say these are the highest tariffs on America's trading partners and our allies in more than a century, and they warn that Americans will see higher prices. President Trump late today in the Rose Garden calling this Liberation Day to free America from dependence on foreign goods, holding up a chart and revealing the sweeping new tariffs, a baseline 10% tariff on all countries, and even higher in some cases, 20% tariffs on the EU, 34% on China, 24% on Japan, 26% on India. The president saying these are reciprocal tariffs, arguing you do it to us, we'll do it to you. But economists warn the tariffs on these goods coming into the U.S. will be paid for by businesses and stores bringing them in and then passing that cost on to consumers. Now, just before the announcement in the Rose Garden, the Dow closing up 235 points at 42,225. But soon after the president's sweeping tariffs were announced, take a look at the futures tonight. The Dow futures, the S&P 500, NASDAQ futures, all turning negative on the news. A forecast, of course, of what could be coming tomorrow. President Trump has acknowledged Americans could feel short-term pain here, but he argues it's necessary to bring manufacturing back. ABC senior political correspondent Rachel Scott was in the Rose Garden. She leads us off tonight.
Tonight, with the whole world watching, President Trump in the Rose Garden announcing a sweeping set of tariffs on goods from every country that trades with the United States, a move that threatens to upend the global economy and spike the cost of living for American families. The president insists it's necessary to bring jobs and manufacturing back to America.
This is one of the most important days, in my opinion, in American history. It's our declaration of economic independence.
The president today declaring a national emergency, imposing a 10% tariff on nearly all foreign imports. Roughly 60 countries, including some of America's closest trading partners, will face even steeper tariffs. A 34% tariff on all imports from China, a 25% tariff on products from South Korea, a 20% tariff on goods from the European Union. President Trump says the higher penalties come in response to tariffs those countries impose on American products they import.
European Union, they're very tough, very, very tough traders. You think of European Union, very friendly. They rip us off. It's so sad.
But economists point out tariffs on foreign goods coming into the U.S. are actually taxes paid by American businesses who pass on the cost to consumers by raising prices. Economists say these are the highest tariffs America has seen since the early 1900s.
The trade wars that we saw leading up to World War II are part of what got us into World War II. And so that's why we've been trading more with each other and trying to bring down trade barriers over time to avoid some of the kind of pain that we experienced during the Great Depression.
In the past, the president has acknowledged Americans could feel some short-term pain from his tariffs, but today no mention of the burden families could soon face, with prices expected to rise on everything from clothing to groceries, iPhones to cars.
These tariffs are across the board. They're going to touch everything from going to the grocery store to going out to restaurants to even having to go to places like the movie theater and trying to have a little time off, because everywhere you go, there's some aspect that they have to import to do that.
Take cars, for example. President Trump is imposing a 25% tariff on all cars and parts coming into the country. In Glendale, Wisconsin, I asked Patrick Cumrow what it will mean for his car repair business. Will you have to raise prices for your customers?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
By how much?
I guess the minimum is going to be 25% on all parts.
Patrick worries his business will suffer if tariffs force him to raise prices on his customers.
Their bill ultimately is going to be higher, and it's not getting us any more money. It's just taking from the customer and passing it through.
But at the White House today, retired auto worker Brian Panabaker says even if it takes some time, this will lead to more manufacturing jobs.
I don't think it's going to be that long, but we have to be patient and let it happen. So we're happy that the auto workers support what President Trump is doing.
But on Capitol Hill, Democrats, aware they lost the election in large part of grocery prices, tonight declaring Trump's policies are about to make things a lot worse.
This is not Liberation Day, it's Recession Day in the United States of America. That's what the Trump tariffs are going to do. Crash the economy.
So let's bring in Rachel Scott. She's live at the White House tonight. Rachel, on that point right there, the president has said in recent days that these tariffs could cause short-term pain for the American people. He argues it's necessary. And he's also said at different points that Americans will understand. It's not something he talked about today. Both parties have acknowledged here that one of the key reasons President Trump won in November was on his promise to bring down prices. They often said on day one.
Yes, David, the president campaigned on that promise to bring down prices for American families. But even the president and Republicans on Capitol Hill have acknowledged that this could cause some short-term pain, that things could be a little rocky for a while with higher prices. The White House is asking Americans to trust them, saying that this will lead to more manufacturing jobs in the United States. The question tonight, how long will that take and how high will these prices rise, David?
A lot of the major questions right there laid out. Thank you, Rachel Scott.
Wait, if you were detained at any Maryland juvenile detention facility since the 1960s, this is the money glitch that's getting former detainees properly compensated. Maryland juvenile detention staff allegedly failed to properly protect youth from abuse, putting your safety at risk. And now a landmark lawsuit is forcing them to pay victims of sexual abuse and mistreatment. This isn't just talk. Under Maryland's Child Victims Act, which eliminated the statute of limitations for child sexual abuse claims, over 3,500 people have already filed lawsuits against state agencies, many involving juvenile detention facilities. Associated Press, State Line, Reuters, and major news outlets are covering this because it's following the exact same pattern as the Catholic Church and Boy Scouts cases, where victims received up to $2.7 million each by first filling out a simple qualification form. Here's what most former detainees don't realize. If you've experienced any abuse during your detention, sexual assault, physical harm, threats.
Oh shit, what was that?
Tonight, breaking news.
Yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog, and this is this is RDP vlog, and I'm your host, Han 5000. And in my famous words, like I like to say, good morning. Listen, before you come in my house, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification button. What is that? Just a wake-up call.
A lot of the major questions right there laid out. Thank you, Rachel Scott, leading us out. The sweeping nature of these tariffs announced by President Trump. And for many at home, the president's argument might make a lot of sense. The president essentially arguing if these other countries are doing it to us, we should do it to them with these reciprocal tariffs.
The wars ain't no joke.
This move on American consumers with tariffs unlike anything
A little lit this morning, y'all.
in more than a century.
My chair be here later, y'all. I hate this chair. It's like I got a straight back.
Across the board, all that. Since this announcement was made, that American consumers the impact from tariffs.
Hey. Oh man, shout out to the Mod Squad in the building. Hold this up. Man, we in for one today. Shout out to the Mod Squad in the building. Again, I gotta do the intro right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We back in the building with another podcast vlog. Yes, let's get to my man. What the hell do the president got going on? You know the number one rule before you wake and bake, you gotta shake.
0.7%, and the Dow is down more than 1,100 points.
It
There's still a lot of unknowns here behind
every morning.
How foreign countries might retaliate, but what we do know is how companies handle tariffs.
Should I do my
They pay a higher price at the border, and they pass that on to consumers. It's what you heard.
I need to go. You know what? I need to make an appointment.
Every day when I
go
talk
get
to
my shit
businesses who are struggling with these questions, everyone from farmers to restaurant owners to mechanics, David.
A few seconds left. We've covered America on this broadcast.
This chair is not me.
Now. We love when
and the other chair was just too low.
Getting these factories up and running takes years.
It's a long road. 3 to 5 years, billions of dollars in investment, David.
Rebecca Jarvis on this as well tonight. Rebecca, thank you. We turn to the other major.
So, they calling. Listen, I got a poster on my wall, right? I'm going to show y'all right now. I'm going to show y'all now. Somebody like this video, and then I'm going to show you the poster on my wall. But, listen, I'm going to need y'all to donate to this channel because I'm trying to be able to screen from the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, everything all at once. I already got OBS. I had OBS my whole career, but I got to get some equipment. And the first part of my equipment is coming is my new chair. And I got this cool thing right here, bro. I think this is going to be my streamer thing. I ain't going to lie. This is called an Instant 360 Webby. And an Instant 360. Instant 360 is my, listen, this joint is a dope. Hey, I appreciate that, Charlene. I appreciate that for the donation. I appreciate that. I'm just building up my stream. And shout out to the boy, girl, he funny, Lil Rodney, man, for hitting 200K on Twitch and for, getting out the hood. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Donation came in $20 for Charlene. I appreciate you. The morning getting started off good. I know how to dance a little bit, so I got to start doing my dance in the morning. You know what I mean? I got to make my stuff fun. Every time I get it. Baltimore. That's a Baltimore. That's the Baltimore. Yeah, good looking out for the donation, Charlene. We love you, man. Free your husband and your son, man. VA in the building. I salute. Why Melly? Melly's on the chopping block. The judge said something. Linked all on it. We tired of it.
Say you're right, but you're clear. Let's say you want. He has to decide who wants his lawyers. We keep having the same discussion. How many times do you want? How many trials do you want?
I feel they have a right to be heard as well because is a. But I believe that they're
free YNW Melly, man, and good looking out, Charlene, for the donation. But I don't want to get down to the nitty gritty just yet. Because it's almost my wake and bake time. It's almost time for me to wake and bake. It's almost time for me to wake and bake. It's almost time for me to wake and bake. Ooh. Bro, in the morning before you get up, I know some of you might roll over and put the fug in you. Some of you might roll over, put the black mile in you. Some of you might even roll over and put the blunt in you. But when you get up and get yourself together, man, don't do nothing else but this. See, I gotta take 2 of these cups of water down first. I have to. I gotta take 2 cups down first. I gotta take 2 cups down. Hold up. Let me re-up on the water. Then I keep some water on re-up. Gotta keep some water on re-up. You know what I mean? Still this nation, baby. Keep some water on re-up. Re my cup up. Ain't nothing like them big, man. Ice water in the morning is probably the best thing you could do for yourself, bro. It ain't gonna hold you. Ice water in the morning is the best thing you could do for yourself. You take about 2 cups down. I'm just showing y'all my morning routine. before I get into it all. I'm just showing y'all my morning routine. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta put it in because before you get to putting the gas in, just let that water go through you. Let's let that water go through. But Young Thug, violation of probation. And he actually go to court, I think Monday on my birthday, April the 7th. But I don't know, bro. That's too fast. He just got out in October. And Thug I did see that tweet that Thug post about the prosecutor. I did. They wow. Chipotle's. Y'all gotta hear this real quick. Fox 5 Atlanta. I gotta tweet this. Atlanta crazy. This is
a man pulled a gun on employees of a local restaurant who refused to give him the Wi-Fi password.
He pulled the gun out on somebody because they refused to give him a Wi-Fi password. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, he didn't get very far. Police say the employees at this restaurant who had the gun in their faces called 911. Officers raced over here, and when they got here, they found the man just across the street at this hotel.
Really.
The suspect was denied access to the Wi-Fi. He took it to extreme levels.
Cobb County Police say this man, Zakor Garrett, was so angry he couldn't get access to the Wi-Fi, he took it out on the employees working the drive-thru at this Chipotle on South Cobb Drive.
The suspect decided to escalate the situation and brandish a firearm and began pointing it at employees.
When officers showed up, they found Garrett across the street at this hotel. Investigators say he had tossed the gun in a trash can.
This firearm actually came back stolen out of Atlanta. This guy probably knew that the police were on their way and likely just discarded of it because he knew he wasn't supposed to have it.
Garrett was taken into custody, but his anger still simmered. Police say while officers were trying to adjust his handcuffs, he punched one of them.
The suspect swung at the officer, striking him, causing minor injuries.
And while in the back seat of the patrol car, he kicked out a camera. And again, police say it all started with him not being able to connect to the Wi-Fi.
We're living in some times. Ever since the pandemic, people are losing more screws.
I think especially in Atlanta lately, and they pull out guns and do some crazy things. That is absolutely insane. We're not required to have Wi-Fi.
And in addition to the 6 charges that Garrett faces here in Cobb County, police tell me that he has 3 outstanding warrants from another county. Reporting live in Cobb County, Denise Stillen, Fox 5 News.
Hard to believe it would escalate like that over such a meaningless thing. Denise, thanks.
Yo, hold up. Did y'all just hear that? Yo, did y'all just hear that, bro? Yeah, listen, bro. Classic. Listen, bro. I don't do drugs. You feel me? I do the earth. Get it right. It's a difference between drugs and the earth. The earth is I smoke plants, bro. I like plants, bro. You moron. You oxymoron. I smoke plants, bro. That's it. What's wrong with that, bro? You sniff coke. You probably do Suboxone. You probably do heroin. I don't know what you do. Methamphetamine, but I grow the shit that's right out in my back there. And I pick it off the plant and I put it together. The fuck is you talking about? Stop. You don't even know me to say stop doing drugs. Tell your mother stop doing drugs, bro. The girl that did that to school that is on the thing. Let's go.
Another stunning turn in the YSL RICO case. Just hours ago, DA Willis filed a motion to revoke Young Thug's probation.
Come on, Thugger.
The artist, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, posted a tweet on X yesterday that put the life of a DA investigator and others in danger. This is a screenshot of that tweet from tonight's court filing. In it, Williams wrote, quote, "biggest liar in the DA office," along with a picture of the investigator in question. Willis says the investigator and her family have received threats on social media. Tweet.
The court filing includes another social media post with the address where the investigator's mother lives. Another screenshot captured a tweet last night that included a threat against DA Willis's life. The motion says, quote, "the integrity of this court and the safety of those involved in this prosecution are at stake."
Last October, the rapper was released from jail on 15-year probation after pleading guilty to some of the charges in the YSL RICO trial. We'll continue to update you on this breaking story on air and online at fox5atlanta.com.
Let's get into Thugger. Come on, Thug. My God, but to play with the Rico, come on, young Thug. Come on. Yo, I don't understand these guys. Ain't no way I'm gonna be feeling myself that man and I play with the DEA, yo. That's why I say, y'all dudes be getting this shit confused, y'all. They be telling y'all that shit. Y'all, you know what? You know how they say chat? I'm gonna call y'all tubers. YouTubers, I'm gonna just call y'all tubers. Tubers. You know what I mean? People that like YouTubers up with me. 6 in the morning. I feel good being back 6 in the morning. Double hitter. But Thug is tripping, bro. Young Thug is tripping, bro. This is what everybody's talking about. Like the blogs are going crazy. Like the prosecutors are asking the judge to yo, bro. I mean, you know what I mean? Let me put this in violation. Rolling Stones, my shit. Sometimes I feel like you can't win. Fuck that. Put your hands in the sky if you can't get another chance. Oh, sometimes I feel like, yeah. Fuck that. Put your hands in the air if you gonna get another chance. Bust it out the bed of the house or the fool or Sunday. Hold up, let me put it. Roll, you babe. Can I get some likes in here? Can I get some? Damn. Damn. Y'all hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. Violation of probation. There you go. Damn, Duggar. Duggar, my man, yo. I be tripping, bro. Like, I'm saying, is he still young? Because you gotta ask some of these questions. You gotta be like, yo, is he still young? How old is young Thugger? Like, yo, real talk. Like, how old is Thugger? Like, for real, bro. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, jail not part of the plans, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, yo, anybody would trade to be in Thug position, bro. To walk outside, million cameras in it, can go do shows, and he don't have to be in fucking Atlanta. Like Thug, like leave them people alone, bro. Why you ain't got another page, bro? Why you ain't got your publicist posting the shit? Why you don't got a new? Why? Do you miss Fulton County? Do you want to go on the compound? Do you really want to go on the compound? Like, bro, playing with prosecutors and saying shit like that, posting somebody's house is different, bro. It's different, bro. A judge might agree with that. A judge might agree with that, bro. Like a judge might agree. It never tell y'all what it's called. In Baltimore, it's called a technical violation. So technically, Thug is gonna say somebody hacked this page. He didn't post it. Like I didn't post it, man. People hack pages all the time. My page got hacked before. That's what his defense is. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but them lawyers got to be hurt, bro. Them lawyers got to be hurt. Yeah, man, they got to be hurt. Them lawyers got to be devastated, bro. All right, so we go try this and to show lawyer says. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta see this violation of probation. What do we got on Young Thug's violation of probation? What do we have on Thugger violation of probation? Somebody was breaking that shit all the way down last night, but let's go with this. Please hit that notification. Hell no. Rest in price. What the hell does that mean, bro? Like, what does that mean, bro? You know, I'm up this morning with the shit. And it wasn't even hard getting up this morning. Let me get up. Let me y'all see the hell. They don't even know. They don't even have no sound. That's crazy. Like, I like, before I get into these vloggers, I like to get into the volume all of a sudden went out. Like, what the hell is that about? And when you wake up in the morning, you put that water in you, boy, it floats everything. Like, this Young Thug thing is just tripping.
It's Wednesday night, what authorities are calling a multi-day life-threatening storm across
Yeah, I got the volume back, y'all. Let's hear what Al got to say. You know what I mean? Al Prophet, he breaks down stuff. Let me see what Keeping It a G got to say. Let's see what some guys got to say. Yeah, Thug,
This morning, a judge.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
This morning, a judge has amended Young Thug's probation. This morning, a judge has amended Young Thug's probation, which means he will be able to come back to the Atlanta area sooner. The rapper, whose real name is...
That's old. Come on, he made it come at Thug doing too much.
Another stunning turn in the YSL. Another stunning turn in the YSL RICO case. Just hours ago, DA Willis filed a motion to revoke Young Thug's probation.
Willis says the artist, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, posted a tweet on X yesterday that put the life of a DA investigator and others in danger. This is a screenshot of that tweet from tonight's court filing. In it, Williams wrote, quote, "biggest liar in the DA office," along with a picture of the investigator in question. Willis says the investigator and her family have received threats on social media in the wake of that tweet.
The court filing includes another social media post with the address where the investigator's mother lives. Another screenshot captured a tweet last night that included a threat against DA Willis's life. The motion says, quote, "the integrity of this court and the safety of those involved in this prosecution are at stake."
Last October, the rapper was released from jail on a 15-year probation after pleading guilty to some of the charges in the YSL RICO trial. We'll continue to update you on this breaking story on air and online at fox5atlanta.com. In the meantime,
Damn, yo. I feel for Thug, bro. That lady, they didn't even want to let him go, and he got 15 years probation. And Thug came home 6 months. Like, yo, bro, you don't even live in Atlanta, Thug. Real shit. You don't even live in the A. Like,
I take full responsibility.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even live in the A. That's all. That's what I'm saying. Like, they put you out the A, and you still getting that shit. Like, bro, 15 years over your head, and you being rich and going back in that courtroom, and you not going back in the courtroom for them to just, terminate your probation is crazy work to me, though. Like, why, bro? Why? I'm devastated about that, bro. Like, it's like, damn, bro, I'm waiting for the shit to drop. And this nigga's going back to jail, like, or potentially go back. Just because you got a violation of probation doesn't mean that the judge is gonna just scrape. You know what I mean?
Honorable court to immediately revoke the probation of defendant Jeffrey Williams. Defendant has demonstrated a blatant disregard for the law, the safety of witnesses, and the integrity of judicial proceedings. The state submits the defendant's continued presence in the community under probationary supervision presents a clear and present danger. So he posted a photo of a gang investigator who had testified at his trial. He put her photo up on Twitter and said, "worst witness ever," or something. And she's testifying in another gang case now. This is what she does. Dummy. On October 31st, 2024, Jeffrey Williams was sentenced to probation, blah, 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 escalating threats and witness intimidation. Investigator Marissa Vivaretto is currently testifying in a multi-defendant gang murder prelim hearing, set to reconvene on Monday, April 7th. During this hearing, the court explicitly ordered the witness not be shown on television. Despite this order, a known blogger deliberately violated the court's directive by posting on social media. She doesn't want to be shown on screen, ? Well, here she is, along with the photograph. On Tuesday, April 1st, Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, amplified this act by reposting the image with the caption, Marissa Viverito is the biggest liar in the DA's office. The post quickly went viral, amassing over 2 million views with thousands of comments and retweets, many of which included direct threats to investigator Viverito and her family. As a direct consequence of these social media posts, Viverito's home address and parents' home address were publicly posted. One post stated, if the hate is really real, then pull up at her mama crib, alongside a photograph of her mother's residence. And hours later, an additional post emerged threatening to assassinate District Attorney Fannie Willis. Okay, a little extra piece of information. So I just found this photographs of Vivaretto, and I putting them in here. This is the woman that did the famous YSL Woody interrogation. She was the big-boned young lady in the famous YSL Woody 3-hour snitch-a-thon. She's also on different websites with her name. So the idea that, like, her face is hidden, she's not undercover. So maybe Thug definitely shouldn't be posting, talking bad about her, but the idea that he's the one to put her in date, like, I don't know. She's publicly known who she is. Like, all type of footage of her and her photo on the website exists. So, Thug should take this as they do want to put him back in, but I don't think this rises to what they should be putting him back in for, but we will see. Oh, remember to subscribe, because I'm hitting you with good stuff back to back to back to back to back to back. Hit that subscribe. This is not an isolated incident. It is part of a calculated campaign of intimidation, harassment, and misinformation designed to undermine the legal process. Social media has been used as a tool to manipulate public perception, spread information, and instill fear. Sounds like the big U indictment. These efforts have also included attempts to exploit the court's perceived stance of disdain toward the state by referring to Your Honor as YSL Whitaker. The ongoing manipulation of public perception through social media is intended to obstruct justice, silence witnesses, and threaten those who enforce the law. Defendants continued associating with individuals actively involved in witness intimidation, threats of violence, and obstruction of justice constitutes a clear violation of probation. Remember, Thug has he's got like a 15-year back. Like, they could put him in prison for a long time. Now he has, what does he have, 2.5 years served or something? And boy, the guy, Gotti and the other one who continued on, they beat the case totally. I mean, Thug was smart to take it, but not if you're going to do stuff like this. What is he thinking about? There's like, where's Kevin Liles and Leo Cohen to like control his behavior? This is crazy. Need for revocation, integrity of this court, and safety of those involved. State of Georgia respectfully requests this court schedule a hearing to address immediately, revoke or modify the defendant's probation. Respectfully submitted, Fannie T. Willis. She just submitted this afternoon. Damn, Exhibit A. Damn, they got a printout. Damn, so in the exhibits, well, you'll be seeing it on the thing here. Young Thug, biggest liar. Damn. They got printouts of his Twitter, Thugger Daily. Is that his Instagram? Or is that Twitter? What is it? Twitter. They got printouts. Damn. Yeah. If they get printouts of particular comments. If the hate is really real, then pull up to her mama crib. Photograph of the mother's house. Man, y'all are crazy. But I understand, rap lyrics. I understand how it could be twisted. I understand what it could be done to the mind of people. I understand all that. This is thug. And I promise you, I am 100% changing that. It's just I'm older. I'm grown now, and it's just like I am smarter. It's more things to rap about. I have experienced a lot of good things. The court, well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate that you realize how much of an impact you have on people. I mean, it's past your neighborhood. It's worldwide, especially young people. And having come up from where you came up and living in and around that, you know that gangs are damaging to our community. It may be a whole lot of rap music in the rap industry, a modern day version of a kind of WWE wrestling. But whether it's fake or not, you have tremendous,
When the job demands torque, precision, and performance, trust Hercules 20-volt brushless power tools to deliver. From impact wrenches that break free rusted bolts, to grinders that cut through tough metal, to precision cutting tools for custom designs, Hercules tools get the job done without the high price tag. Engineered for professional technicians and backed by a 5-year warranty. Only at Harbor Freight.
How did you cope with gassy people?
The motion alleges that Williams continued associating with individuals actively involved in witness intimidation, threats of violence, and obstruction of justice constitutes a clear violation of probation conditions.
Right.
Williams' attorney, Brian Steele, told Wynn that it is never appropriate to be engaged in any type of witness intimidation. It is never appropriate to threaten to murder another person. The prosecution's motion to revoke Jeffrey's probation should not be well received and should be swiftly rejected. It is irresponsible to file a motion of this sort when Jeffrey has done absolutely nothing wrong, Steele said. Last year, Willis suggested Channel 2 Action News there was room for accountability in Young Thug's complicated sentence, involving 5 years commuted to time served, followed by 15 years probation, to be followed by a backloaded 20-year prison term, which would also be commuted to time served if he successfully completes the probation, which is loaded with lots of special conditions. Boy, he took a rough plea, but when you're facing murder, so 5 years. So he got 5 years. So he had 15 years of probation, but there's a potential 20-year prison term.
Jesus.
Okay, so he got 5 years, which was commuted to time served, but there's another possible 20 years if he doesn't complete the 15-year probation.
Damn.
This was the longest criminal trial in Georgia history. It took 10 months alone to select the jury. Well, in retrospect, probation is okay if you're. I mean, I didn't have a problem on probation, but I didn't like smoking weed. I didn't have no money, so I was working and going to school. Basically, don't get in any trouble with the law. Why is he sitting? That was stupid for him to repost.
Oh, fuck, bro. My bad, y'all. Just gotta keep hearing this.
Why is he messing with the people? Why would you not want to just forget all those cops and all those people that had anything to do with it and just move on? He wants to repost. Man, there must not be anyone around him with any sense. Or he could just be stupid.
Probation. I think he go to
the
court
more
on
you
Monday.
look at a lot of these indictments, especially with these rappers, like it's.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm just gonna be so honest with you right now. That 20 years over your head and you've been locked up for 6 years. I mean, and you've been home for 6 months after doing like 30 months in jail. Yo, all Thug had to do is come home. And listen what I tell dudes, right? If you want to know, go to the Raw Dope podcast page and look at my last post. Like, bro, that social media and them platforms are $1 billion platforms. But sometimes, bro, you can get above yourself on social media. I'm just being 100 with you. You can get above yourself on social media. You can lose yourself. Man, you can lose 4 or 5 hours in a day if you keep your head in that phone. It's serious. It's serious. And Thug is miserable not living in Atlanta. And he just doing shit. Like, bro, you should be focused on the music, building back a YSL, and getting this money. Nigga, you was locked up for 30 months, man. You should want to keep your motherfucking penis moist. Like, bro, I ain't making threats at the prosecutor and their mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was making threats to the prosecutor, showed the mother house on Twitch, and all this old goofy shit. Just goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? He just did a bunch of shit that you expect a 22, 23-year-old person that got out on probation to do. To be honest, I fuck with Thug. I'm a fan, bro. I was happy when Thug got out. You get what I'm saying? But Thug doing dumb shit, bro. And it's like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Them people down there not playing. Like, and you playing. You playing. You don't heard nothing about Lucci. You don't heard no games being played by Lucci. Lucci handling his business. Don't nobody want to sit in no joint. Don't nobody want to run a compound. Don't nobody want to be the millionaire in the joint where everybody run up to your cell, bro. No. Hell no, Thug. That was a technical foul on whoever around you. They stupid for even letting you do it. Y'all ain't even orchestrate the shit the way y'all supposed to orchestrate it, bro. And I don't respect it. It's stupid to me.
Try to find a nice way, to talk about it, but just stupid. Now, will he get violated and sent to prison for this? I doubt it. But they might, just to shake him up. I mean, they might stick him in for 30 or 60 days. Where is his new music? Like, what has he been doing?
That's what I just said. Where the fuck the music at, though? Okay, you got it. Where the music at?
I'm thinking of buying a house.
A house by
I'm
yourself?
just keeping
Are
it
you
real,
sure?
yo. Like,
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it, boy. I don't understand that shit, bro. I ain't sitting in nobody motherfucking cell for no reason. You get what I'm saying? Like, some dudes get out and be cool, bro. Like, and going back to jail ain't it, Doug? Like, that ain't what men do. That ain't what men do.
He's got to get over it. I mean, even if he feels that like that case was bull, which maybe it was, he's got to get over it and move on.
Move over it.
He really does. So hopefully they give him a slap on the wrist, maybe a little 30 days or something, and reinstate their probation. Usually they do that. I mean, shit, people catch new cases on probation and don't get violated. So
that ain't true.
But the fact that he's already going up for a revocation this early is not good. So that's what's going on. We're gonna see. Fannie Willis filed it today, and I think so Marissa Viverito's her thing is gonna go on April 7th.
Dang.
See, the thing is, when you're on probation, they can take you into custody anytime. They can go come over his house right now, look through his house. Yep. You better not have no weed or guns or other drugs. They can just take him into custody. They could take him into custody tomorrow and say, well, you just have to sit in custody until you see the judge next week.
Yeah.
I wonder where he's at, because he's not supposed to be in Atlanta. That's another thing. He's in California. State of Georgia respectfully requests this court schedule a hearing to address immediately.
Dang.
See, the thing with this is bad though, because it's putting that woman at risk. When you have people posting the gang investigator's mother's house and saying this is her house, pull up. I mean, now that's not Thug doing that, but his actions caused it. 2 million retweets or 2 million views.
Dang.
Not good. So he's getting in trouble. He's only been out it hasn't even been 6 months. Damn, Thug. All right, so that's an update. Young Thug might be getting his probation revoked.
Dang, Young Thug might be getting his probation revoked, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Thug's stupid, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I ain't gonna sit up here and sugarcoat it and act like it ain't what it is, bro. Young Thug a motherfucking fool. A fool for getting caught up with a violation of probation so soon, bro. That shit is not good, bro. It's not good, bro. It's not good at all, bro. It don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. Point blank, period. It don't make no sense. You feel me? It don't make no sense. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
The Maryland State Police crash team
So yeah, yo, Thug, you know what I mean? He definitely on the chopping block this morning, but Young Thug, he lost his mind, bro. He lost his mind, bro. Like I don't even know how to put this, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to put this or how to even declare this. I don't know how to put. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even calling about it or just I'm confused though, man. And it's like, yo, where the music at though? Now almost 6 months. Where the music at? Why are you fucking with that date? You that mad? I think he really mad that yet God he got that not guilty and he got all that probation and he can't be in the A. The A all that boy know. You know what I'm saying? He been around the world, but the A is everything, bro. And he just losing his mind. Like, yo, Thug. No, Thug, no. That's a point official. You don't play games with that, Thug. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes never really been, you know what I'm saying? I like Thug, you know, that Fulton County Detention Center, not prison. You know what I'm saying? No matter how big your ranking badge you go for, bro, you got to stand tall in the yard. And I ain't saying you not, and I'm not saying you is. But what I'm saying is I ain't got time for that. You get what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. You get what I'm saying? Real talk. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be sitting behind the door for no reason. Like it's a reason you caught a case. Like dude say you get violated for, you know, regular people get violated because they come home, shit get hard, you gotta go back to the streets, you catch another case, you get a violation, they give you a court date, you get out on bail, you probation, whatever, if you beat the case or not, boom. He has what you call a technical violation. He didn't catch a new charge. He didn't piss, you know, if you get a dirty on, you know what I'm saying? All that shit technical violations. You get what I'm saying? And you could, you know, not get sent to jail. Like Al Prophet was saying, they could just give them 90 days in jail. They could get many things. They have 20 years to back and 15 years on probation. So let's do the calculation that he gets off probation in 2040. He gets off probation in 2040, y'all. 2040. He gets off probation. So between now, 2039, because he copped out in 24. So from now until then, the court system, you wrapped up in the court system. So they can give you 5 years, let you come home, they give you 50, they can give you the whole thing, and then you just deal with it like that. Or they can just keep sending you in, letting you out, sending you in for the next 15 years. You know what I'm saying? That's how probation and parole work. You get what I'm saying? So because he didn't catch a case, and I don't think it's the most biggest violation, he have a strong defense team, Thugger might be gonna go lay down for the summer. They might put 6 months at him, might give him a year. You know what I mean? You never know what they're gonna do to him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or they could just tell him, look, it's your warning, your only and last warning. Do not tweet nothing about this case or parole and probation or the state of Georgia. He can get a slap on the wrist and go ahead. But where the music at? Where the music at? And then like hip hop has got so crazy. Things got so crazy as a publicity stunt for a real up and coming project. I don't know. Does he miss the headlines? I don't know. Does he miss camera people being in the courtroom? I don't know. But that's not a boss move. That's not a leader move. You know what I mean? That's a soldier move. That's an idiot move. That's a person that don't have nothing to do with their time. That's a broke person move. That's a struggling move. Ain't nobody else talking that stuff straight up. You know what I mean? Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button.
Play
drop a
new
like,
cash card from the Maryland Lottery. Just pick a number from 1 to 15 for a chance.
Never would I play the Maryland. Let's go.
The Maryland State Police crash team tipped the AG's office that an officer may be involved. Following an 8-month investigation, the AG called the officer's behavior appalling.
This is an investigation about Officer Rodriguez's conduct, which resulted in the loss of life of Mr. Vanderzeel.
21-year-old Joshua Vanderzeel, a Russian linguist for the U.S. Navy, died on impact after crashing his motorcycle into a flatbed truck during a police pursuit. According to the indictment, back on August 10th, for reasons not revealed, Officer Alexander Rodriguez chased Vanderzeel for 4 miles with speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour. It started in Anne Arundel, continued through Prince George's, and ended in Howard County. Police say Officer Rodriguez did not use his lights or sirens in his marked police car during the pursuit.
3 civilians, 2 in the truck, and 1 bystander knew someone's life was in danger, and they called 911, but not Officer Rodriguez. Instead, Officer Rodriguez slammed on his brakes, did a U-turn in proximity to where Joshua crashed into the truck, and fled the scene.
He did not return to the scene. He did not make a notification about the collision. He did not provide medical aid or request emergency medical assistance for the collision. And he made no verbal or written report about the crash. After the collision, Officer Rodriguez returned to Anne Arundel County and completed his work shift.
Anne Arundel County Police issued a statement writing, "The alleged actions of Officer Rodriguez contained in this indictment are deeply disturbing and not representative of the men and women of the Anne Arundel County Police Department." Evidence presented to the grand jury for an indictment include eyewitness accounts, GPS tracking, and surveillance footage. There is no police body cam video. Officer Rodriguez remains suspended without pay. Reporting from downtown, David Collins, WBAL TV 11 News.
Conglomerate. Let's get into this news flash, y'all. Let's get into this news flash, y'all. This one I go through the news, y'all. This one I just go to the news and play the local news from my area to find out what's going on.
You ever spent time in a Maryland
That juvenile thing hitting hard.
Given that we do have an ongoing case. So without further ado, Attorney General Anthony Brown.
All right. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. We are here today because of duty, the duty of law enforcement to serve and protect, the duty of the Office of the Attorney General to hold accountable all Marylanders for their conduct, and the duty that people have to help others when they see others in danger. Today, the Independent Investigation Division of the Office of the Attorney General, the IID, is announcing an indictment of an Anne Arundel County police officer for his role in an unauthorized high-speed chase that resulted in a death. Early in the morning of August 10th, 2024, police officer Alexander Mason Rodriguez, a 2-year veteran of the Anne Arundel County Police Department, engaged in an unauthorized high-speed pursuit of Joshua Vanderzeel. For 4 miles, beginning in Anne Arundel County, through parts of Prince George's County, and eventually ending in Howard County, Officer Rodriguez in his police SUV chased Joshua's motorcycle across county lines, reaching speeds up to 100 miles per hour. Officer Rodriguez never turned on his emergency lights or sirens. Officer Rodriguez did not radio Anne Arundel Police Dispatch or get permission from a superior to chase Joshua, nor did Officer Rodriguez inform anyone in his chain of command that he was leaving Anne Arundel County
Good morning,
in pursuit.
good morning.
Instead, Officer Rodriguez chased Joshua until Joshua crashed his motorcycle into the back of a flatbed truck. 3 civilians, 2 in the truck and 1 bystander, knew someone's life was in danger, and they called 911, but not Officer Rodriguez. Instead, Officer Rodriguez slammed on his brakes, did a U-turn in proximity to where Joshua crashed into the truck, and fled the scene. Officer Rodriguez did not stop to see if Joshua needed medical attention. He did not check on the people in the truck. He did not tell dispatch or his superiors about the crash. He did not file a report. He did not even request emergency medical assistance. He left Joshua, who died in the dark. Officer Rodriguez is presumed innocent until he is proven guilty. Earlier today, a Howard County grand jury indicted Officer Rodriguez on multiple counts, which include 2 counts of manslaughter, 1 count, duty of a driver to remain at the scene of an accident resulting in death, and 5 counts of misconduct. The grand jury indicted Officer Rodriguez on all counts. Let me be clear. This is not an indictment against the roughly 1,000 members of the Anne Arundel County Police Department, nor is it an indictment on the approximately 16,000 certified law enforcement officers across the state of Maryland. It is an indictment of Officer Rodriguez for his on-duty conduct on August 10th, 2024. The ID can seek these charges because in 2021, the General Assembly granted the Office of the Attorney General the authority to investigate certain police-involved deaths. 2 years later, the governor signed into law a measure granting the IID the authority to prosecute all cases involving police-involved deaths, provided there is sufficient evidence to support criminal charges. We handle all of these cases with the utmost care, thoroughly and fairly reviewing law enforcement officers' actions in accordance with the law. The IID has investigated no less than 70 fatal incidents since October of 2021. This is the second incident in which the IID has sought an indictment of a police officer for a criminal offense. Last December, an Anne Arundel County grand jury indicted 2 Anne Arundel County police officers for misconduct in office related to an unauthorized chase that resulted in a fatal collision. Their cases are currently pending. The vast majority of law enforcement in the state of Maryland throughout this country is upstanding and law-abiding, but when police break the law, it is our officers' duty to hold them accountable. I want to repeat, Officer Rodriguez is presumed innocent until and if he is proven guilty. I want to acknowledge the professionalism, responsiveness, and cooperation of the Anne Arundel County Police Department and the Howard County Police Department. I want to thank the Maryland State Police Crash Team for their assistance and involvement in this investigation. And I want to thank Allison Green and the entirety of the Independent Investigation Division. I want to thank you, Allison Green, Chief, for your leadership from the countless hours that your team has spent to complete a fair and thorough investigation. And with that, I'll now turn it over to Allison for more details about this case.
Thank you, Attorney General Brown, and good afternoon, everyone. Before I get into the facts of the case, I want to emphasize that the officer is presumed innocent unless and until the state proves his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt in court. An indictment is not a finding of guilt, but merely an accusation. This indictment is a culmination of an extensive 8-month-long investigation completed by a group of independent investigation division's attorneys and investigators. Officer Alexander Mason Rodriguez of the Anne Arundel County Police Department has been charged with 2 counts of manslaughter, 1 count of duty to remain at the scene of an accident resulting in death, and 5 counts of misconduct in office. Count 1 manslaughter by vehicle or vessel, gross negligence, alleges that Alexander Rodriguez unlawfully, in a grossly negligent manner, did kill and slay Joshua Vanderzeel. Count 2 is manslaughter by vehicle or vessel, criminal negligence. This alleges that Alexander Rodriguez did cause the death of Joshua Vanderzeel as the result of driving a vehicle in a criminally negligent manner. Count 3 is duty of driver to remain at the scene of an accident resulting in death. Now, Maryland law requires that anyone involved in an accident that results in bodily injury to or death of another person to render assistance to the person injured, including arranging transportation for medical treatment. In this case, count 3 alleges that Alexander Rodriguez, knew or reasonably should have known that the accident might result in the death of another person, death actually occurred to another person, and that he failed to immediately stop the vehicle as close as possible to the scene of the accident, or immediately return to the scene and remain at the accident scene. Counts 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are misconduct in office. The crime of misconduct in office is defined as corrupt behavior by a public officer in exercising the duties of his office or while acting under the color of his office. More specifically, the first 3 counts of misconduct in office involve Officer Rodriguez's alleged gross negligence, criminal negligence, and address his failure to remain at the scene of the accident related to the death of Mr. Vanderzeel. The remaining 2 counts involve Officer Rodriguez's failure to report and failure to provide aid on the scene.
Hey.
Now, here is what our nearly 8-month-long investigation revealed.
So what this is that, you know, the police, he's being charged for what he did, and they bringing him to justice. And I'm letting y'all hear it out, man. In the car chase, this should be wicked. This the news flash part of the morning show. Let's go.
The Independent Investigations Division was contacted on August 14, 2024 by an investigator from the Maryland State Police. Their crash team reached out to us, and we were advised that there was a fatal police-involved crash, or potentially police-involved crash that involved a motorcycle on August 10, 2024 in Howard County, Maryland. On August 10, 2024, at approximately 4:11 a.m., a motorcycle operated by Joshua Vanderzeel crashed into the side of a flatbed truck on Washington Boulevard. The Howard County Police Department responded to the scene, and their accident investigation unit, also referred to as the Howard County Crash Investigation Team, initiated the crash investigation. On scene, witnesses advised responding officers that a police vehicle was traveling behind the motorcycle immediately before the crash, but then left after the collision. Dashboard camera footage from the flatbed truck revealed that a dark vehicle with possible police or security markings left the scene of the crash immediately after Mr. Vanderzeel crashed into the truck. More specifically, the vehicle appeared to be rapidly approaching the collision scene behind Mr. Vanderzeel, abruptly making a U-turn on the roadway, and then accelerating away from the scene. During the U-turn, reflective graphics like those placed on police vehicles were observed on the side of the subject vehicle. On August 15th, 2024, after receiving the notification from the Maryland State Police, the IID investigators met with members of the Howard County Police Department. Thereafter, Anne Arundel County Police Department was contacted to determine if the vehicle belonged to them. On August 16th, 2024, the Anne Arundel County Police Department confirmed that Officer Alexander Rodriguez was in the area of the incident at the time of the crash. This is based on their own records inquiry and a review of the GPS data connected to the officer's assigned marked police cruiser. On August 20th, 2024, the IID assumed the investigation after determining that it was a police-involved fatality. By and through the investigation, which included the review of GPS data, cell phone records, surveillance and department records, it was determined that Officer Rodriguez's pursuit of Mr. Vanderzeel initiated in Anne Arundel County, Maryland, traveled through Prince George's County, Maryland, and into Howard County, Maryland, where it ended with Mr. Vanderzeel's crash in the 9400 block of Washington Boulevard. The pursuit lasted more than 4 miles. During that time, Officer Rodriguez did not activate his emergency equipment, including lights and sirens. During that time, Officer Rodriguez drove more than 2 times the posted speed limit. During that time, Officer Rodriguez did not notify the department dispatch that he was engaged in a pursuit, and he did not obtain permission to engage in the pursuit. During that time, Officer Rodriguez did not make a notification that he left Anne Arundel County. After the collision, he did not stop at the scene. He did not return to the scene. He did not make a notification about the collision. He did not provide medical aid or request emergency medical assistance for the collision. And he made no verbal or written report about the crash. After the collision, Officer Rodriguez returned to Anne Arundel County and completed his work shift. Mr. Joshua Vanderzeel died on the scene because of his injuries sustained in that collision. At the time of his passing, he was 21 years old and served as a Russian linguist for the Navy. Officer Alexander Rodriguez has been employed by the Anne Arundel County Police Department since March 2023. Charges are pending before the Circuit Court for Howard County. And as the Attorney General emphasized, these investigations would not have been possible without the collaboration and partnership between the Attorney General's office and our law enforcement partners. Also, as the Attorney General said, the vast majority of law enforcement is upstanding and law-abiding. This is not a judgment against any police department or every officer in the state of Maryland. Thank you.
Questions? We'll start here and we'll work our way around. Well, go ahead.
Any idea was there any additional traffic? Did you ever get anything out of anybody about what started to pursue?
Patriot Urgent Care is here for you from 8 a.m. to 8.
A grand jury has returned an indictment against an Anne Arundel County police officer for his alleged role in a fatal motorcycle crash last year. As WMAR2 News' Jeff Hager reports, it is the alleged officer pursued the motorbike at a high rate of speed and left the scene without reporting it.
It was just after 4 o'clock in the morning on August 10th of last year when 21-year-old Joshua Vanderzeel slammed into a flatbed truck on his motorcycle here on Washington Boulevard and lost his life. Witnesses on the scene spotted something which caught their attention just after impact.
Dashboard camera footage from the flatbed truck revealed that a dark vehicle with possible police or security markings left the scene of the crash immediately after Mr. Vanderzeel crashed into the truck.
A nearly 8-month-long investigation has revealed that Anne Arundel County police officer Alexander Rodriguez had been involved in a high-speed chase pursuing the motorcycle for 4 miles, stretching through Anne Arundel, Prince George's, and Howard counties.
Officer Rodriguez never turned on his emergency lights or sirens. Officer Rodriguez did not radio Anne Arundel Police Dispatch or get permission from a superior to chase Joshua.
Neither the Attorney General nor his Division of Independent Investigations will comment on what it was the officer saw that prompted him to begin chasing that motorcycle in the first place. And his alleged failure to act following the crash also is drawing condemnation.
He did not return to the scene. He did not make a notification.
So basically what they saying about this police officer, he was in a car chase, and when he got in the car chase, he didn't have his police lights on. The man crashed and died. He didn't report it. He went on with his day, and he thought he was going to get away with it. He thought he was going to get away with it. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. He thought he was going to get away with it. Nigga, shit catch up with you. Let's go.
Collision. He did not provide medical aid or request emergency medical assistance for the collision. and he made no verbal or written report about the crash.
Vanderzeel had been working as a Russian linguist for the Navy in Baltimore. In a written statement, the Anne Arundel County Police say Officer Rodriguez has been suspended with pay during the investigation and now facing 2 counts of manslaughter. Felonies, he's been suspended without pay. In Laurel, Jeff Hager, WMAR 2 News.
This jury of 12 plus 6 alternates was finally seated and selected this afternoon, a full day earlier than first expected.
Hit that notification button when you walk in the building.
The Harford County community knows about Rachel Morin's murder and has strong feelings about the allegations in the case. That was the clear takeaway from 2 days of jury selection. More than a year and a half after the 37-year-old mother of 5 was brutally raped and murdered along the popular Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air, a jury was seated just after 3 today to decide the fate of the man charged in the case. It came after 184 people were summoned to the circuit courthouse this week to answer questions posed by the judge as a big group in open court and then individually behind closed doors. Today, 97% of the jury pool told the judge they know about this case. Nearly 10% said they knew Rachel Morin and her family, and 12% of the panel members said they knew each other. The voir dire process revealed that the jury will hear testimony from dozens of witnesses, including experts in DNA and serology, as well as the graphic photos of the crime scene, the victim, and the victim's injuries. Do you have strong feelings about viewing these images? The judge asked. Nearly 40% of the possible jurors answered yes, and 67% told the court they had strong feelings about the allegations and charges in the case, which include murder, rape, and kidnapping. Before they were sent home for the day, members of the jury were told they have tomorrow off and then told the trial begins on Friday. They must report back by 9:15 a.m. They will be sworn in and then the trial will begin in earnest. Opening statements are first, of course. Reporting live in Bel Air, I'm Kate Amara, WBAL TV 11 News.
It's going crazy. It's going crazy. It's going crazy.
Baltimore County Police are investigating after a couple was found dead inside their Owings Mills home. This exclusive video here from Sky Team 11, Baltimore's only news helicopter, shows the scene on Avery Hill Drive. That was around 4:30 Tuesday afternoon.
Run them lights up. Run them lights up.
63-year-old
News flash.
And his 59-year-old wife, Karen, were both shot, though one of them appeared to have shot themselves. Chief Medical Examiner will determine official causes of death.
So, one thing that I forgot to get into yesterday, Sauce Walker and Say So P, Say So P, their alleged killers were killed. I don't know nothing about it. They was talking about it. It was coming across the vlogs. The people that was supposed to be on the run or got out on bail for the shooting got smoked. Got smoked. They got smoked. Straight up, they got smoked. They got smoked. They got smoked. They got smoked. Straight up, they got smoked. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I'm about to play it. About to go through this shit. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Oh, I forgot about that. Lil Baby on wiretap too. They say the full PK, 4 pockets full is coming with an indictment. Straight up. They ain't joking. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. And they say they on wiretap orchestrating a murder. I put that in there. Hold up. I've been, you know what I mean? The month of Ramadan, the layoff, boy, I'm back on news. I know before I went off, I did something on that Lil Baby. And that joint 4PF when the dudes and they was putting his name in it. watch his interviews. You know what I mean? So wanna know what's going on. This wiretap. Yeah, see. Let me clear this out and put wiretap. But I'm gonna get into this Sauce Walker joint first. There's so much on this joint. I want to hear this wiretap Lil Baby first.
What's up, fam? This your boy Cut to the Chase.
I want to hear this joint. I want to hear this. I want to hear this. I want to hear this wiretap. I want to hear this wiretap. I want to hear this wiretap. Please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Assalamu alaikum, brother. What's up, Safi? Good morning, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Dayton Street 85. What's happening?
Cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold, shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been.
Wait a minute, let's stop right there. Because that was a very controversial statement that the lieutenant made. It had a lot of people in the uproar. Everybody was giving their opinion about it, and it was very divisive. Some people agree with the lieutenant. Some people saying Lil Baby is a coward. He's a rapper that's worth billions of dollars, and he's antagonizing broke-ass gang members. Then on the opposite hand, you got people saying, Lieutenant, shut your ass up. Lil Baby's a grown man. He made a good name for himself. He can go anywhere to shoot a music video, even if it's in enemy territory. I'm going to tell you guys what I think about this whole situation. I think it was irresponsible for Lil Baby to shoot that music video. If you know you're in a gang, and you know that's the ops neighborhood, you can't just film the music video over there and think it's going to be sweet. But in fact, you didn't care because you know you had millions of dollars. You can shoot your little music video.
Where is
you
the
can
wiretap at? These niggas talk too much. Here we go. Here we go.
Dakota Davis and Lamont Freeman is the two 13-year-old boys that was killed. And Atlanta police is blaming Lil Baby. They said all because Lil Baby chose to shoot a music video in front of the ops neighborhood, he's the cause of the death of these two boys. Now, some people disagree, some people agree. But nonetheless, they are using this to build the RICO case against Lil Baby. But let's continue with the news flip. Let's go.
Lil Baby and his music video are also named in arrest warrants for the shooting deaths of 13-year-old Lamont Freeman and Jacody Davis. Police call them innocent victims. The shooting happened last summer at the Oakland City West End apartments on Peoples Street. Police described this as gang violence escalated by that Lil Baby music video shoot. Investigators say members of the Goodfellas gang orchestrated that attack from jail.
These kids were innocent victims. So when we talk about the gang involvement, these two 13-year-olds and this 11-year-old, they didn't have a gang involvement. Who's arrested?
Let me stop right there. He said the little boys didn't have any gang involvements. They was innocent victims. And I truly believe that. But let me say something to the parents. Why is two 13-year-old boys celebrating their birthday at 12:15 a.m.? That's what grown folks do. You know, we celebrate our birthday at the club.
That's a fact.
We be out and about. We be turning
That's a
up.
fact.
Two 13-year-old boys should be celebrating their birthday at 2 o'clock p.m. You don't get that countdown like grown folks do. You don't get to do the things we do. You're going to celebrate your birthday at 11 o'clock a.m. You're going to have a little pizza party. You're going to sip on a little jungle juice. Why is your friend at your house at 12 a.m. celebrating your birthday? So I got to look at the parents too. Those boys should have been in the bed asleep. Those boys shouldn't have been woke at 12 a.m. That's all I'm saying. But let's continue.
Identified as Keontae Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, DeKeithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Tradon Crawford, and Allie Caldwell. The final two were arrested Tuesday. Police had some tough talk for those responsible.
Goodfellas Criminal Street Gang being one of the most hyper-violent gangs in the city of Atlanta. And we will pursue you relentlessly in making sure we keep this city safe and suppressing violence.
You heard what that lieutenant said? He looked at that camera. He said, we're going to get Goodfellas gang off the street.
I'm trying to find this wiretap with Lil Baby on it admitting to murder. Like, everybody be posting. Like, that's one thing about content creators. They gonna go and put their sauce in it. I ain't denying they sauce. That's why I like to look for the news, the real live news Then I get into content creators that break it down because I'm not a paperwork monster. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not my man. Shout out to Keep It in the G News. Keep It in the G News, my guy. He's a monster with that. You know what I'm saying? You got content creators that set up that like for like to do their research and that's the right thing to do. Me, I'm a type of creator is I give my opinion. I do research, but I'm not a deep researcher of it. You get what I'm saying? You know, Google, resources tell you things, and I put it all in manifested in my head, and I give you what I think. I just give you my opinion, and I don't care too much to be too depth in the shit. When it's breaking news, it's breaking news. You know what I'm saying? When it's everybody talking about it in the barbershop, hospital, beauty salons, on the tractor trailers, on YouTube, that's when I just give my opinion, like a public, a public opinion, because the concept of RDP is no fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. So that's all I do. So what these niggas are saying is used against them on the internet. So all I do is just give my honest opinion, which is our constitutional rights, by the way. You know what I'm saying? You people are entitled to an opinion. That's it. That's all. I don't look too depth into that. But you know what I mean? But like at the end of my shows, because I got to get on a good foot and move around a little bit. Okay, rapper Chef
He's
G,
got more
please
than
give.
a million followers.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to know. Chef, see, this is another video that I might have to do later. It's Thursday, so I'll do it later. But Chef G pleaded guilty to attempted murder.
And his music videos have raked millions of views. His name made headlines last year when he spoke in favor of the president while he was on the campaign trail. By all accounts, Chef G's career was on the up, right? It's pretty well known, especially in Brooklyn. Now, as far as his style of rap, it's more on the drill side, a style that's often been met with controversy. For some, it's art. It's an honest reflection of a rapper's way of life. To others, and this is why it's controversial, others see it as a glorified image.
I want to see what's up with Chef G and the whole indictment.
One of the things that is a common phrase in law enforcement.
See, Chef G stepped up.
Synonymous with big case problems. And so when you indict so many people, and I think it was over 140 counts in their indictment, you're going to run into some problems, a whole bunch of problems. And, you may have cooperating defendants, and those individuals may change their mind. Once information starts hitting the media and you're starting to get a lot of public press and a lot of influence, people may just back out. So there's definitely a lot of different dynamics at play in this case.
Yeah, a lot of dynamics and a lot of allegations too. Just looking at the allegations against Chef G, it's him being the getaway driver, where innocent bystanders were shot, rewarding other alleged gang members with money and jewelry to carry out shootings, treating gang members to fancy dinners to celebrate a murder, and this is according to prosecutors. What are your thoughts just about the allegations, given what appears to be he had a very pivotal role in this gang? He appeared, like you had mentioned, as a leader, but what do you think just about the allegations against him?
I've seen just in my past experience in gang investigations involving rappers, a gang member is going to rise through the ranks, typically through putting in work and committing crimes for the benefit of the gang or through their financial status. And so typically when you have rappers that have a popular following on social media, maybe skilled at making music, they can rise up as just merely by their position of power and influence within the gang, and actually drawing attention to the gang and kind of
What did he plead to? Everybody give an expert opinion. Maybe I went too deep. What did he actually plead to? What did Chef G plead to? What did he plead to? They signed all these researchers and shit.
Mantling these criminal networks and holding those responsible fully.
Oh, what the hell did he go ahead?
Years in prison. Prosecutor said in a statement,
let's go right.
Deal, because under this agreement, Chef G will only serve 5 years in prison.
Yeah, it is.
Post-release supervision, despite them really wanting 20 years in prison. Prosecutor said in a statement, notoriety should not shield this defendant from justice.
So that's what we got. Attempted murder charge. Chef G pleaded 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I would tell you why it's not so bad on Chef G real quick. Not to get off topic, but we're gonna try to find that Lil Baby wiretap and get more into the Say So P and Sauce Walker situation. But This is how it works. Chef G was locked up on this case for a minute. Then he made bond on the case because I don't think the case went federal or whatever the case may be. He made bond on the case, so he been out for a minute, and they're probably gonna give him some street time, even that little 15, 16 months he was locked up. Somehow, some way, his street time and that jail time is going to add up, and Chef G will be back, right? You know what I'm saying? Right back on the streets. That ain't no real big, rough thing. You know what I'm saying? That was the best move for him. And that was a calculated move. He got out on bail. He was able to move around and do some positive things. And the case is coming to an end. A lot of dudes is pleading out. So, bro just said, fuck it, bro. I'm going to go ahead and take the nickel. And I'm 100% sure that when he took the 5 years, that they worked something out. You know what I mean? They worked something out when he took the 5 years. And what I mean by work something out, they came up with an agreement that street time or that time that he was behind the door is counted. So he probably down there got half of that in. You know what I'm saying? He go sit a few months. So I think the end of this year or the top of next year, Chef G be back on the streets, and I'm quite sure he equipped it and he charged up on the music. I'm quite sure he got some videos done. I'm quite sure he got work done because he's been out here for a while, and he got the president behind his back. You know what I mean? He got the president. He did that. He did that with the president. So I'm trying to find this Lil Baby wiretap. Let me just put it in this. Right? I'm gonna type this in real quick. Lil Baby wiretap. I'm trying to find a wiretap with Lil Baby. Lil Baby wiretap. Lil Baby wiretap. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to this channel, please become a member. You know what I mean? There we go. Lil Baby wiretap. Let's see what we got here. Lil Baby wiretap. All these we do. Yeah, and then also when you do what I do, gotta look for the small thing. Yeah, the shortest clip you can find. It's not a news clip because news clips are short and straight to it. That's how more vloggers and content creators gotta be. Sometimes you just gotta make clips short to it unless you just straight on the channel like my channel right now. Yeah, hey, peace and blessing to y'all, man. Hey, shout out to everybody that joined the channel. Porch Prophet, what's good this morning, man? Prophet trying to get back in the algorithm, man. When I get back in the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? I could talk my stuff, but I gotta get back in the algorithm. But I just see one for 8 minutes. Let's see what you're talking about. I just want to see. You know, I want to get straight to this. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. We almost hit 20 likes. I ain't mad at that. Let's get to 20 likes. Come on, man. My YouTube family. Let's go. So let's see if he got the actual shit.
So like, come on, bro, you know what's gonna go on. Like,
here it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, man. So that tickets on a lot of these folks.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who's that said that about tickets?
The unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
Right.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean on somebody's head? What's that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harmed. Or killed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on people's heads.
Dominique Jones that wanted to have people on.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
Lil Baby and 4PF likely to be indicted on RICO charges. Journalist George reports. In the Atlanta Objective.
We heard that. Let's go to that again. Let's go to that again.
MREC TV.
Let's go.
So that tickets on a lot of these folks.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who's that said that about tickets?
Unc. The unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean on somebody's head? What's that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harmed. Or killed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on people's heads.
Dominique Jones that wanted to have people on.
All right,
All right, moving on.
Little Baby and 4 p.m.
Let's get it.
Street gangs and expects the never needed rapper to be indicted with others. According to the Atlanta-based Reporter's article, the preparation comes in the wake of the death of Davis. Davis, who was a co-defendant in a murder trial stemming from 2022 shooting of Wilson, bled to death from bullet wounds on last Friday, March 28th. This is seemingly part of a long-running street gang war between members at 4PF and OMF. Nate Benford, 4PF, who was another co-defendant in the trial, pled guilty in the case and received a 20-year prison sentence and negotiated a plea deal. Meanwhile, Wilson pled guilty to lesser charges and was serving a 15-year probation at this of his demise. George implicated that Wilson was prepared to testify at trial, which resulted in his plea bargain convictions. The Atlanta Objective states that both OMF and 4PF had grounds to unalive Wilson. The former as an act of retaliation and the later as an attempt to silence.
I gotta keep going back to this. The beginning. I gotta keep going back to this because this is in court, by the way. And by the way, anything on Raw Dope, you can look up yourself because all I do is just read the barbershop and the TV. You gotta hear it. I'm gonna repeat this again.
Like, come on, bro. You know what's gonna go on. Like, how the hell you can? You know what I'm saying? Ain't like that, man. So got tickets on a lot of these folks.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who said that about the tickets?
The unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean on somebody's head?
Price on somebody's head.
Okay.
Yo, keep it in the G.
To have them arrested?
Harmed.
You know what I mean? Hey, make sure y'all go subscribe to Keeping It the G News channel. I told you that's the grand wizard of the research, man. I call him the research monkey, bro. He goes crazy. So when you want that and all this and that, that's it. Me, I piggyback off of content creators like yourself and, you know, the news and get mine. You know me, I'm the interview guy. You know what I mean? Hey, got one big one's coming this month. But you know what I mean? Lil Baby, these are what I'm playing for you guys is in court. You know what I mean? This is not nothing that let's just keep it a buck. This is not nothing that nobody's playing. Anything that I'm playing, I try to. The one thing that I'm good at, like I said, I'm not a research junkie. You know what I'm saying? I do some research, but I'm not a nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get down to the nitty gritty. So but it's a lot of content creators that get down to the nitty gritty. When they get down to the nitty gritty, I do what most content creators do. The other half, you know what I'm saying? I do my research because I don't believe with everything people say. I do my research there, and this is true. So boom, they is got him on the wiretap. They are talking about his name in court. They are running them through. I find out, and I just keep playing that back to back to back because I knew it was something about him in court, but I didn't know it got to this point.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones wanted to have people on.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
Lil Baby and 4PF likely to be indicted on RICO charges, journalist George reports. In the Atlanta Objective article published on Monday, March 31st, 2025, George reported that Lil Baby and other members of OMF, Only My Family, and 4PF, 4 Pockets Full, are likely to be indicted over RICO charges. Per George, the manager at the Georgia.
So this is, people don't make rumors. People don't make rumors. Especially the police department about RICO's coming. And what I tell people, this is all the time, is them people got high tech shit in the sky, on the ground, underground, in your world. So all they do is send their mission men to watch it. They watch every move because this full pockets full indictment has been on the chopping block for years now, since like a little bit after Thug and them got locked up, maybe like a year when they started getting the most for the trial. They announced that another big indictment is coming, and and it's like, damn, it's like, damn, like, and did this happen before the Thugger shit? This is a build up, and I'm saying this what makes it more dangerous for Little Baby. They gonna do their whole work because they failed with Thug. You know, Thug's back at court with the violation of probation. See how the industry works. See how hot Georgia getting again. Don't be surprised if the violation of Thug and then the 4P. I think Thug go to court Monday. You know what I'm saying? April the 7th. You know what I mean? The prosecutors want to bring him in for this. Don't be surprised if all this just hit the boom. And it's just bringing attention back to Atlanta. Lil Baby, Thug violate probation. He's off to the race. They can give him 90 days all the way to 20 years. Lil Baby is a fresh start. You know what I mean? A new one, 10 months picking the jury. All of this shit to get them people back getting that overtime. Imagine them overtime checks for them people that worked on them cases and that allowed. Imagine them overtime checks. Them people that was making 80,000 a year was probably bringing 250, 300,000. They want that back. They want that back, you know, alongside. They want that back. That dudes. One thing about me, man, I've been arrested tons of times, bro. I did my time like a man, right? I say it was a time that I can honestly say that I used to do dumb shit that could get you locked up. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but 40% of that shit, idiotic shit, was in me. You get what I'm saying? That I was just like, man, I could just imagine if the internet was out in the early 2000s and these platforms were out, man. I could imagine how many dudes will still be sitting. You know what I'm saying? I imagine how many dudes would be sitting because everything is everything. People doing the detective works. If the DEA office and anybody else is smart enough, they'll just go to YouTube and Twitch, and that's what they're doing. I told a dude the other day, I said, yo, they got YouTube police, they got Twitch police, they got Instagram police, they got a special division in these offices for social media, for the internet, for the dark web. You get them saying? Like somebody's always watching. You get what I'm saying? Why you getting millions and millions of views? Somebody's always watching and trying to do, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. And this is like, you know, these boys been getting the money and the power and doing what they got to do. And these boys been getting, you know, arrested and people been getting locked up. People been getting locked up and tired of sitting in jail and tired of watching them shine. So they agreeing to work. Now, man, you're going to see more Woodies born in this, you know, this shit, bro. You're gonna see because Atlanta is harsh. They give you 20 years probation. You know what I mean? They gonna give you 20 years probation out that motherfucker, bro. Like, so that's some sick. So they smashing individuals. I know, yo, in the state of Maryland, you can't even get more than 5 years probation. You can get 100 years suspended, but the most they give you is 5 years probation. Like, goddamn, 15 years supervised probation. How do you even start that? How do you even finish that? To be free, motherfuckers will take that, but you got to walk on the right path. You can't, you know, with Thug situation, you can't be twitching. That comes with Thug situation, you tweeting stuff and 2 million people reposting it and sharing it, and then out of them 2 million people, man, it's 100,000 cops on your ass, analyze it, make sure your page wasn't hacked. I mean, these people do their work just like you do your work, just like anybody that's outside. You do your work, you do your homework. They're doing it too. It's people out here to catch you when you think you're getting away with idiotic shit. That's just point blank, period, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit, man. Oh God, like I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? Like it is just crazy that it's just all of us. It's just all of us with this skin color, bro. Like it's all of us on the Ricos, all of us on the murder charge, all of us on a goddamn sex trafficking. Like, come on, bro. They taking down everybody. So the rolling 60s out in California. It's just going down. And listen, let me say this. Free all the guys, free all the women, man, free all the good men that's standing on their time, free all the people that's in, you know, incarcerated, you know, unjustly incarcerated, all of the above. But they is knocking. I'm gonna use this term. the hip hop police, alongside with these different state police, man, they knocking the heads off of shoulders. Like Lil Dirt in a cell, like for real, Diddy in a cell. They getting busy. And I say, yo, listen, the celebrities getting knocked off like white on rice. Imagine what's really going on in the ghetto. The ghetto dudes getting sparked too. Now, I mean, dudes are meeting their favorite celebrities behind the door. Unbelievable. You know what I mean? Celebrities becoming regular dudes, regular convicts, or the yard. Gotta fight with the car if it's federal. Gotta go with the homeboys if it's state. Like, it's just regular shit. All the millions of records. Diddy's billionaire. You know what I mean? And they call what's that? El Macho. You know what I mean? Yeah, they called him. Like they called him the Mexican bar cartel dude that was on the run. Like they called him Elmino. I think it is. I think it's Elmino. Let me see what it is. Elmino being captured. That's what it is. That's what it is. No, El Macho being captured. Oh, cartel boss being captured. Yeah, what the boy name was? The boy was Sirs. It's oh the goddamn. What's his name, bro? I'm trying to. Notorious on the content face 31st is March 7, 2025. Defended. Messenger, notorious drug lord. What's his name? I'm trying to think of his name, boy. They called it. You know what I mean? Senior Law the leader. He's senior law. You know what I mean? One of them joints, Almeo. I think they caught him. Hold up. One of them dudes they just caught. I seen that joint. But this is my point is, if they knocking off dudes that got underground tunnels and submarines, the fuck you think they gonna do to regular dudes with gangs and don't even think to have that? It's just like, come on, bro. To choose from dead or in jail facing a rack of time. Yeah. Hell yeah, I did 10 years on probation, but I did receive it all at once. Yeah, that's a fact though. That's a fact though. It's like back to choose from dead or in jail facing the rack of time. Yeah, them dudes facing it's like now it don't even matter if you're a millionaire or not. Dudes love the streets so much that anything goes. Anything goes in the streets. Like and dudes is taking that to the industry where those people like, man, there's billions of dollars to be made. We not about to have y'all niggas fuck this shit up. And the controversy sell you know, Lil Dirt videos not gonna stop screaming on YouTube. YouTube look good. Their music ain't gonna be took down from Spotify and shit like that. That money gonna keep rolling. Spotify still gonna post their shit. You get what I'm saying? It's just them behind bars. You know, once Big U get his time, you know what I mean? Documentaries gonna come out about you. They making them now. But like official documentaries, like, come on, bro. These niggas is gonna be telling it all. Like, you know, they from behind the door. What more can they do? But write a book and do documentaries. They love the camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? They love the camera. Like, you love the camera. They better look at that Casanova, you know, interview on $1 million worth of games. See, Casanova kept it a buck with you. You know what I mean? Casanova kept it a thou wow with everybody. Casanova ain't play no games. He told you how it really is. You know what I mean? No games being played. When Pooh Shiesty start talking, these dudes, real stand-up official dudes, they gonna let you know, oh, it ain't no game. And I promise you, they gonna move different. Casanova get out the day tomorrow. He ain't playing them games. I promise you he ain't, bro, because he see how it is being shipped all across the country. When you was, like he said, man, I was living in a 7-bedroom mansion, G-Wagon outside, all this to feed up doors, bar check. You know what I mean? Yeah, Casanova kept it funky. He kept it realer than whatever you could keep it. A lot of dudes be having them fugazi stories. I'm gonna tell you an interview to go look at. You know that was real. It was back in the day interview, but it was a great interview. Dirt McGirt, aka Old Dirty Bastard, aka Dirt McGirt. He said an interview. He looked at motherfucking camera in the eye. They were trying to kill me in prison. Derek McGarrett ain't do no whole bunch of laughing. I don't know why dudes be acting like, because I guess niggas see these stir fry videos, niggas see these, all these slick shits and girls twerking in prison. Hey, that was just a good day. Nigga, it ain't no motherfucking joke. It ain't sweet. It ain't sweet. It ain't sweet. And when somebody tell you that joint was sweet, that's a person that had adapted to that environment and been in and out of that environment since a kid. When they be like, man, that shit ain't nothing. That shit sweet out there, bro. And you get in that motherfucking, it be your worst nightmare. That's what you gotta understand. Some people mentally prepared and call the worst of your trenches sweet, man. This is cool out there, bro. Don't not be happening to me. That's because dudes are insane in the membrane. I mean, dudes are insane in the membrane. So when you're insane in the membrane, you just tend to do, you don't even worry about it. You adapt to the traps and environments. But to the regular Joe that's been laying up on $1 million sheets and living that life, even if you go hard, like Casanova, he doesn't look like he's getting bullied in jail. When you lock in and you look out that little ass cell window, whether you're looking at the yard or the street side, whatever you can see out that jail window, because one window you can see out the tier. You can see the tier. And there's 90% chance the other window you can see the yard. So when you look out them two windows, all you do is go into a daydream and say, damn, I had it good, man. I gave up all that shit to live like this. You get what I'm saying? I gave up all that shit to be a fucking inmate, bro. To listen to these niggas knife fighting shit, bro. To listen to this. I gave all of this up to come in these niggas' world. All that shit I was doing in the internet. This is how it really is. Dudes beefing over noodles. Dudes mad because they had a bad phone call with their girl and the first person they see, they bump into them. It's a problem. Casanova tell you in federal prison. Remember this. This is what Casanova said. He said, hey, a lot of people say they never been in the gang a day in their life. You know, he said he grew up gang banging, whatever. He says two types of situations. If you in a gang already, you go to jail, you got to stand strong on that gang. You know? And number two, if you go to federal jail, you're gonna be in the gang. And he doesn't mean the traditional gangs, Bloods, Crips, GDs, BDs. He said, bro, you get in some prisons, you gotta be where you from. So it's you could be a Blood, but you from New York. So you gotta make a decision. You from New York or you're a Blood, but you're a Blood from New York. So you got to rock out with the New York dudes, no matter what. From DC, Baltimore, Mexico, everybody got their situation where they rolling with their people. The Jamaicans, the Indians, everybody got something what you call a car. Casanova let you know everybody got something what you call a car, bro. And you have to be accountable for dudes you don't even know, dudes you don't even like, dudes you don't even speak to. You got to be accountable for them. Then he said they could send you to prisons and you grew up in New York or Baltimore or New Jersey, Philadelphia, VA. They'll send you somewhere over California. Now you from the East Coast. So now you got to deal with dudes that's all the way from the East Coast. So if you never ever been in nothing, when you get in federal prison, you will join a gang. And that's not saying literally a gang, but you're going to be rolling with a gang of men that's protecting each other, representing where they from. And you held accountable for dudes you don't even like or don't even know that you probably would never see again after you get out of prison. That's real life. And these rappers are out here and these internet people are out here playing games on these internets like that don't exist. That's where the crossfire hit at. That's where the reality hits at. That's where the reality hits at. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? The reality hits at. Now, pay attention to dudes in the industry that been to jail and how they move. And pay attention to dudes who never really been to jail and how they move. It's a different type of thing. You know what I mean? You don't see Emory Jones in the media. You don't see Emory Jones, a man that had 15 years in federal prison. You don't see certain dudes playing them games with them people because they know how it is. They know what can happen. They know the stress and the pain and the headache of that shit. They know how it make your stomach feel going in our courtrooms fighting for your freedom. Something that we was all born with. We were all born with freedom. We were, something, excuse me, I'm wrong, because I know some individuals that was born in jail. But once they was born, they was taken out to jail. But you know what I'm saying? They were born by a person that was in bondage. So when people really know how it is, they don't want to shy to it. And it's fucked up because I understand music. I understand poetry and I understand the lingo of the art. And I get it that rappers, if you a rapper and you a real rapper, you only rap in your life. Run DMC did it. A Grandmaster Flash did it. LL Cool J did it. You know, Snoop Dogg. Everybody raps their life. That's a part of the art. But when you rap your life and you make it out and you're still involved in that shit and you rapping about it, it's one thing looking out my project window, listen to Nas song, listen to shootouts. You know, these dudes tell stories. These dudes rappers used to visit their neighborhoods. Now rappers in their neighborhoods. Remember, you get that once a rapper made it out, he come back in the neighborhood, everybody gather around, people know it in, then you don't see him for a while. That was like the way that I grew up in hip hop. It started being slick. Oh, I'm hanging in my hood. I'm hanging in that. I'm hanging in this, bro. If you from the hood and you really love the hood, you know what come with the hood. You know you can get locked up for open container. You can get locked up for loitering. You can get locked up for disturbing the peace. You could be shot. You could get in a conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? You could just have you know all of this when you hang in the hood. And everybody that's hanging in the hood, living in the hood, and surviving off the hood, you're making an income that's above the hood. All you could do is try to build the hood. None of those rappers that's locked up that's millionaires that's locked up own a bunch of properties in their hood. The shit that they claiming, the shit that they banging. It is rappers that was trying to do something or start doing something, but all the money and the jewelry these rappers necks, what they got around their necks and wrists are businesses. They don't have them in their hood. You get what I'm saying? They don't have them in their hood. A few football games, a few shit like that. They don't have that. So it's like, why are you there every day? Why are you there? Or why are you rapping about that every day? And then why you don't stop individuals when they coming around and give them an ultimatum? You're rich. Bro, listen, I got an opportunity for to make some money and get your mother out the hood. It might take you a little while. Then it took me, but listen, 6 months, man. You get on the road with me. We do this and that. You get some money, come back in the hood, bro. Like everybody you fuck with them on your time. But this is business. Dudes are afraid to say that. So I look at it like a lot of dudes that's locked up are yes men, to the streets, are yes men to the gangs. You get what I'm saying? That's it. You're a yes man to the street and a yes man to the game, because if not, all you want to do is overcome it. You want to get out of it and then get back. To get back. Like I can't be running around every day in the hood. You know what I mean? How many times did Jay-Z really visit Bossy? Thousands of times. But don't you think he outgrew Marcy, where he should just be donating to Marcy? And you know, if he celebrates Christmas or Thanksgiving, popping up, you know, showing your face here and there in the hood is nothing like that. And real people from the ghetto, real people, old people, young people, mid-aged people, respect that. They respect if you giving back to the neighborhood. Real people from the ghetto protect their stars and celebrities. Bro, yeah, you hollering at people, bro, you stand around here too long, go ahead. Because real people from the ghetto that been through shit know how this could turn out, bro. You could be sitting right here chilling, you know, smoking the blunt, drinking the beer, and then shit happens. You know what I mean? Shit happens. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. They gonna say, yo, go ahead, yo. Even your uncle or your aunt or your cousin that play football or got good college education, true people from the ghetto be like, yo, you hollering at me? Come on, let's jump in the car, let's get out of here. They really care. You know what I'm saying? Us from the bottom and you make it out, bro. We don't want to see nothing happen to you because we're prepared for what happens to us because we still here. But come around, show your love, man. Get in your car and go ahead, bro. And it will hurt an average person that really loves his ghetto and people, but you know. Point blank period. But you know, and that's it. That's all, man. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's my whole shit that I'm saying. Like, if you really fuck with somebody and you know they got the potential to making it out the ghetto, you protect them. That's the era I grew up out of. Even if they had a good job, even if they was in college, the army, anything, if they was doing anything positive, with the way I grew up, you respected positivity. So anybody that got their point You know what I'm saying? Anybody that had a point and got to do what they got to do, I respect it. You get what I'm saying? I respect it. You get what I mean? I respect it, like, because that's what I do. Like, yo, boy, you see somebody that's got a potential to make it, to be rich or something. You don't bring them in the hood, and you don't bring the hood politics to them. Of course, you'll be like, damn, boy, I know you glad you ain't around there. So and so got shot. Whatchamacallit robbed you. Miss Betty called the police on that. You know what I mean? You go to a nigga place in California and update them on the ghetto. You don't say, yo, pull up. You know what I mean? Not many celebrities and got shot, killed, robbed, and do all this shit, bro. You have to leave it behind, bro. You have to leave it behind. That shit hurt with me even saying it, yo. But to protect your empire, Lil Durk been locked up for a few months now. Imagine how many people unemployed because of that. You know, producers not getting paid, his family not generating. He got to generate off his royalties and shit. Man, that kid, he's in his prime, 31 years old. But boy would have went on a nice 10-year run. You know what I mean? Till he dried out. You know what I'm saying? If he beats this case, he's gonna come home and make millions of dollars. That means he's gonna come home and start for us to make millions of dollars. If he don't beat the case, you get what I'm saying? He got years to think about it, and then hopefully he'll have to get back like BG. BG did 13 years and came back and still able to get some money. You know what I mean? You know, his team kept his name alive. You know what I mean? But who wants to fucking go through that? BG will tell you that itself. BG missed New Orleans. BG loved New Orleans. He missed Vallis and Magnolia. But BG did 13 motherfucking years. 12 years, he say. 12 and a half years down there, 13 years in the V.O.P. BG be damn if he go stand around that motherfucker facing another indictment. Then they told him when he first came home that it wasn't no game and put him in a violation. You know what I'm saying? Just to let him know how real it can get again. BG got his shit straight. You know what I'm saying? For now, at least we get off them goddamn papers, and after get off them papers, he should have it straight because it's not worth it. It's not worth it, especially when you made it out. That's just my point. Lil Baby, Casanova. What's the list is locked up right now in all the case of trials? We still dealing with YNW Melly trial. We gotta wait on that. Diddy trial. We waiting on that. Lil Durk trial. We waiting on that. Young Thug done violate probation. Goddamn. Who else is in court? Is it somebody else? Is this cases? The Yo Gotti shit floating around with Jook and all that with the Dolph murder. You know, goddamn Pee Wee Longway. People don't even mention Pee Wee Longway and that big drug bust. They don't even mention him. He don't even hit the tabloids. The D thing just found guilty. He beat the murder, but found guilty on a RICO and attempted murder. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's dead rappers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the rappers that's going to judge. Chef G just took 5 years. Like it's like, God damn. It's like they're damn sure clean. You know how they say they ain't got no bids? They damn sure clearing out the bids in the industry. Who's the next big star? You know what I mean? Who's the next big star? Like, come on, y'all. Come on, man. Like, damn. Casanova got 15 years in prison. And I think he been locked up like 4 or 5 years now. Taxstone, the GOAT. Taxstone's the GOAT. Taxstone's the GOAT. The GOAT. He's one of the reasons, you know what I'm saying, that some of this podcast world is just black media like, but he has, and they just pulled him on a new drug indictment for like hustling in jail. Like, come on, bro. And the the Taxstone situation is very much different than what a lot of these rappers was doing. I'm not gonna hold you. A lot of these rappers self-told themselves. Casanova was really protecting himself. You know, honestly. You know what I mean? Taxstone was really, you know what I'm saying, was really, really protecting itself. You know, Taxstone shit was like really crazy. But that's how this shit can turn out. With that being known, the way Tax was protecting itself and dudes came to holler at Tax, right? Dudes came to holler at Tax. It happens in the industry. And Taxstone wasn't, you know, gang banging and doing all this shit and just doing it. He just had a problem in the, you know what I'm saying, amongst Brooklyn dudes. You feel what I'm saying? And it cost them everything. Yeah, Taxstone was protecting himself and it cost them everything. Everything. And dude took the stand on him and body tap. And dude felt like he didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just Troy Ave lost all of the goddamn rhythm he had because of how it happened. Taxstone got all this time in jail. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Like, how do you niggas make it? With the exception of Taxstone, how do you dudes make it and don't say, bro, I'm not going back to the trenches. I ain't going back to no trenches, man. I'm not going back to them people courtrooms and they handcuffs and getting caught up in they BS. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it at all. And a lot of these dudes are just doing it. And Young Thug, man, they're just the icing on the cake for me. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, dudes done dirty. You feel me? Yeah, like it's just all that's just lost over one. Like, there was nobody there to say, yo, you go your way, you go. Nobody there to mediate these situations. You know what I'm saying? Their situation was a real life situations. Like at Diddy. Like Diddy in prison. Like they try to even put one on Jay. Kanye West is KKK man. It's like, but then you pay attention to their artists. Pay attention to those Latino artists. Look at even goddamn Drummer Boy. Those dudes. These Afro beat artists. Look at them, Latino artists, Afro beat artists, Caucasian artists. Neo. So look at certain artists. Then look at our artists. Our big genre of music is hip hop. You get what I'm saying? Of course, we blues, rock and roll, country. We do it all. But our bread and butter is hip hop. And look at the other cultures' bread and butter. They're not being destroyed. Yeah, man, just like this, man. Yeah, I appreciate you for showing up, man. You get what I'm saying? Our culture's destroyed. Hip hop, everybody loves hip hop, down to your grandmother. She'll bop her head to some good hip hop. But the hip hop is under attack. Everything we do is under attack. And it saddens me. It pretty much saddens me to notice, to basically make a note of this. Like, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. But it's hard, but it's fair. And like I said, man, I don't want to see nobody behind the door, especially no hip hop artists, especially nobody that I like to listen to. And it's like, yo, I'm not in a entourage. And listen, I blame this on a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes stand up and took theirs like a man. A lot of dudes be the head and be with the shits. And I respect those dudes. If you with the shits and you get caught up and you handle it, little Pooh Shiesty, you ain't really heard much from Pooh Shiesty. He got his time. They did what they did. You ain't heard much from him. He did his lick like a man. I mean, Lord Jack Boy, when he got locked up, it's these dudes that's going in there handling their business. You get what I'm saying? And ain't really talking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? They trying to come back and get back to the paper because they know how it is being in bondage for shit show. You know what I mean? That's just my take on the Young Thug back in court April the 7th, which is my G day. Shout out to the April babies. You know what I mean? But I can honestly say, bro, like Thug just went to trial 30 months of a headache, lies, and dudes becoming celebrities on the stand to be back in court 6 months later on a violation of probation. That's bananas, Young Thug. That's bananas. Who are your homeboys? Where your friends at? Do you talk? Your mama say something to you? Your daddy talk to you? Somebody need to talk to you, Thug. Like and then just as you being a black man and having so much influence in the community, in the hip hop community, and knowing some of the good artists are down and going through what they think, you ain't coming to the studio and bust that joint open like Rio the Young OG. See them Detroit dudes, man. I'm gonna get to that, man. Them Detroit dudes, man. Y'all gotta tap into them, man. Detroit, shout out to Detroit, tapping in them because they moving right. They moving right, man. They moving right. You know what I mean? Backing up 20. I'm thinking it's a 20 year. He had 15 years on probation and 20 years suspended jail time, but all the time served. Like Thug got a lot over his head to be playing with these people 6 months later. The case not even old. You know what I'm saying? The case not even old for him to even be in a violation of probation. The case not even old enough yet, Thug. Like, come on, man. You gotta use your head. If you not gonna use your head, shut the fuck up, bro. Like I fucks with him, man. I'm a fan of him, bro. It just hurt me to see, bro. Like what you was doing, bro. You was drunk. Like what was going on, bro? What was going through your head? You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that like to deal with the solution, so I would just be like, in my mind for Thug, I just be like Thug. I hope Brian, get Brian Stills could figure this out, man. I don't know what it is, but man, come on, man. Let's not do the dumb shit. Let's get to the paper. Let's get the paper. Let's get to the paper, man. Let's get to the paper. Y'all see Kodak Black be high as a motherfucker, but he ain't on no papers. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could do what you want to do. You could tweet anything you want to tweet, but you on papers. You on papers. You on papers with the court system. Can't nobody stop that judge if she want to send you to jail. That lady gonna say she feel threatened, bro, and the judge only can side with her colleague because they don't live like we live. They don't live if you post bonjour. If you post, my mom or your mom on the joint, you trying to pull up. You gonna go protect that. Them people are using the law to protect them and the court system. And I feel like Brown Still's gonna argue if Thug post that or he didn't post that, somebody else post that. How is he gonna be a threat? He's not even in Atlanta. They gonna preach all that, man. He's just talking shit from afar away, and they gonna say the influence. There's just so much stuff that's going to be said in this. You know what I mean? So this violation of probation could definitely be dangerous, and I don't think that it will give him 20 years. If the judge give him 20 years, they just had it out for him. But I do honestly believe that, you know what I mean, he might get a slap on the wrist, he might not. You know what I mean? It all is all panning out. You get what I'm saying? We gotta wait it out. And I don't think we gonna have to wait it out long because he be in court Monday and they say he's out in California here flying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is Thug going crazy just to get on that Atlanta soul again? I don't know. I don't know, but Thugs just be focused on the money and the music, bro. You miss so much time with your children and your family. You miss so much time for the music. You shouldn't be playing like that. You shouldn't be playing like that. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Trying to get to 10K, but we on our way to 5K, man. I'm just trying to go over. I took, I was in and out during the month of March, but I'm full throttle in the month of April and so on, man. This run is to the end of the year, man. 2025. I'm trying to get busy, but my brain is already in 2026, man. Trying to get this channel off. Trying to get my YouTube plat. Trying to hit 100K. I'm like 96,000 away. It's a long way. But you know what I mean? With the right content and the right supporters, and you can share my shit, man, I'll be locked in for shit show. Yeah, he hides bird pussy. My man said Kodak be hides bird pussy, but he ain't. Yeah, smart decision. You get what I'm saying? All this shit over with. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And people miss that. And there's nothing wrong with missing that. We supposed to be free. We supposed to be free. We supposed to be free. And nobody want to be, messed up. We supposed to be free. You know what I mean? Good morning. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, that's it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we supposed to be free. So there's nothing wrong with somebody wanting to be free. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be free. You know what I mean? And when you free, you can do that. That's what I had to learn. One thing I learned in my life is that, I was on parole and probation all the way from 11 years old till I was like 40. You know what I'm saying? So when I got on that joint, when I was on that joint so long that I realized that, damn, not being caught up in the system and caught up in the rapture, you could be a free person. You know what I'm saying? You could be a free person. Like, us that grew up in and out of jail, grew up hustling, grew up, breaking the law, getting caught up in the system. When you be a part of freedom, when you could, sometimes I'll be like, damn, I could really go get a passport. I'm going through TSA tomorrow to get my walkthrough. Whereas though when I go to the airport, I could just walk through the side. You get what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, bro, I just be doing little teeny shit, but like, damn, that's what you could be doing. If you want to get drunk in public and you're not bothering nobody, like Kodak. I don't want Kodak to OD or really hurt himself, but he's enjoying his young life. You know what I mean? The term young, wild, and free. Handling your priorities. You get what I'm saying? If your priorities taken care of, your money secure, your family secure, your investments are well. If you choose to go on Pluto, you can go on Pluto because that's what happens in the free world. When you're on parole or probation, you're limited to those options. And to be free, you have to follow those rules. And once those rules are followed and you off of it, stay the fuck away from them people. Thug, you be able to tweet what you want to tweet, and line say you didn't tweet it, your kid had your phone. You could do all that when you're a free person. But when you under them terms and conditions, bro, you got to follow the rules. You know what I mean? This is my honest opinion, man. Shout out to Thug, bro. Shout out to all the brothers that's going through that parole and probation shit. But it's brothers out here that POs is hard on them for no reason because they generally just don't like them. You playing. You get what I'm saying? You need to talk to some dudes that tell you, man, my PO hate me, bro. I'm always in court for a violation and shit like be messed up. Sometimes you get bad POs that they won't even switch them. So dudes go through hell. So dudes don't take this for granted. It ain't nothing. It ain't. Let's get this straight. No fuck shit. No fake shit. No foolishness. It's nobody's business. But I got my own opinion, dog. Just like the world do. Just like them 2 million people that retweeted the idiotic shit. You know what I mean? Supporting the idiotic shit. You know what I mean? RDP. Hey, shout out to my producer right there, Third World Studio. Make sure y'all go over there and check out our short film over there at Third World Studio. The producer, Spaz Money, aka Spaz with the Bads, aka the Baby Genius. The Baby Genius, baby, the Baby Genius, man. I call him the Baby Genius because he perfected his art. You know what I mean? And hey, if you tapping in right now and you support the community, the African community and the Black College, type in Howard. Only Third World Studio know what that means. Type in Howard University. Just type in Howard. Just type in Howard. If y'all like if y'all been tapping in with me, because people been tapping in, type in Howard for the homie. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to Third World Studio. And make sure y'all go over to Third World Studio and check out that short film. And there's more to come. So I'm really just disappointed in Thug, and I'm disappointed. I was disappointed in myself once I understand what I was doing, violating probation and getting caught up in the rafters. So, you know me, I'm a person that mind my business. You know what I mean? You can't say but so much to people. You know what I mean? They'll cut you out and do all that, but you know, just some man to man, like bro, it ain't worth going back behind the door, bro. Tweeting and texting and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that. It's not worth going behind the door. It's not. It's not worth losing. It's not. It's not worth losing your freedom, bro. It's not worth not being able to do that. And if you're being able to do that, you're doing it with a illegal cell phone that can make your time longer. And you know, Shive, the wife, and Lucci, bro, for just being home working and then keeping it cool, bro. You get what I'm saying? Nobody got time, bro, to keep going on no slave plantation because that's what prison is. No matter how cool it is, no matter how there's a slave plantation and you are controlled by the next man or woman in the state or government, you're being controlled by them. Your property is of them. You know what I mean? You belong to them. And I mean, look what happens to prisoners in a state of emergency. What happens to prisoners if the nation is at war? What happens to prisoners if we was to get bombed like some of those foreign countries? What happens to people that's locked up? Nobody asks that question. I look over there and see those places being bombed and think all the time, what happens to dudes that serving life and what happened to dudes that was just about to come home before their country was under attack? What happens to dudes that's locked up? What happens to dudes that's falsely incarcerated? What happened to dudes that just doing their time and took accountability? What happens? What happens in a natural disaster if you can't get 10,000 or 20,000 inmates to somewhere to secure? What happens? Do anybody know the answer to that? What happens? And that should be taught in prisons and that should be taught in schools. You know what I mean? That should be taught, you know, when these people go inside these prisons and talk to these guys, they should tell them, like, bro, just think of it like this. If the United States was under attack, what's going to happen to the prisoners? If all the correctional officers are going to go save their family, what happens to you guys? Or even if I was in that situation, what happens to us in a national disaster? A Hurricane Katrina situation. Y'all remember, y'all got to go back and look at that footage. Inmates was handcuffed on the bridge. Still handcuffed. Like in a natural disaster, you're still an inmate. You're still a slave to the state of the government. And anything going on, they're going to chain you up to try to bring you to safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, yo, come on, man. It's a lot to think about. What happens to your finances? You have to let people watch your money. What happens to your kids? They grow up without their dad. What happens to your family? What happens to the business that you created? It's all on a halt for what? You know what I mean? To keep it real with the ghetto. One thing I noticed, the blocks never changed. Some of them got what they call it gentrified. Some of them got knocked down to where trees are growing out the ground. Some of them are, all of them, you know, but what I'm getting at is all of them are still standing. But the faces change. Some of the faces look younger. Some of the faces are older and burnt out, but those streets there. McDonald's still there. The gas station's still there. Burger King's still there. The liquor stores are still there. But the people that ate the food, the people that drank the liquor, the people that sold the drugs, the people that brought the drugs, the people that flooded the community, the people that protected the community, they change. They change. It's new people out there. It's new rules, new regulations. The Chinese people got their new favorites. All that, all that is still going on. But hey, bro got killed years ago. Bro been locked up forever. Bro fucked up on drugs. Bro done got a family, moved on, bro a house. Bro done made it. Bro done moved to Atlanta. Bro done moved to South Carolina. Bro out California working in the dispensary. Bro in the hospital about to die. You know what I'm saying? You got all these things going on, but ain't nothing wrong with them blocks. Houses are vacant in those houses. Houses are definitely vacant. Shit is just the house that people used to call home and cherish. The ceilings are coming through now. That's what's going on. That's what's really going on. You know what I mean? That's what's going on. But that street ain't been knocked down and demolished. It's just the people that grew up on it, the people that call it home, the people that, such as myself at one time, who became a problem in the ghetto, who pissed and spit and threw trash and didn't have no respect for humanity and the community. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have no awareness on environmental control. Didn't know all that shit that we was throwing down the sewer for years and years and years back in the harbor. Cause we didn't know nothing about the environment. We just thought about shit, throw it down the sewer, it's gonna disappear. That's what we thought. That's what we thought. And you go into these more fortunate areas, they don't throw things down the sewer because somebody explained to them when you guys throw things down the sewer, it's gonna go into our harbor and it's gonna damage the fish in the ocean. We wasn't taught that in the ghetto. We wasn't taught that in the ghetto. But those same sewers, those same street signs, those same businesses are still there. It's just what I'm trying to say. Individuals, the neighborhood full of people that passed on from cancer, heart failure, diabetes, everything. But those blocks are still there. Is my point. Those blocks are still there. And 95% of the people that occupied those blocks that help these that help these owners of these companies that rent it out through Section 8s and the different programs, or where people are just paying rent. Those people are still renting out those properties or sold those properties to a bigger company, and it's going on. But the tradition and the history of the black family is gone due to drugs, incarceration, homosexuality, murder, number one, drug abuse, AIDS, herpes, all that shit going on in our community. But you go, 3, 4 10 miles outside of Baltimore, and it's not like that. And you go 10 miles outside of Marcy, or 10 miles outside of Camden, or 10 miles outside of Compton. It's different. You know what I'm saying? We know what goes on in the environment. So for dudes to make it out that environment and know all that shit going on and acting like they want to come back to that is insane. It's insane. And I don't believe in going to what they call them god damn, what's them people that go psychiatrists. I don't believe in that seek therapy shit. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be honest. I don't believe in that for me. But some people do need to see a goddamn therapist. You know what I'm saying? Because I just believe, like, bro, you can, whatever they gonna tell you, bro, you really know. You get what I'm saying? But like, I just think the neighborhoods and parole and probation need more people to tell people how it is. And dudes, and then like I said, you have some dudes that simply don't give a fuck. That's just the way they see it. Death or jail. I was an individual at one time that didn't give a fuck. That's the only way I seen it. Now that I see the God and the law allow you to live, years and years and years, you be like, damn, your life be different. You know what I mean? Us growing up in the ghettos, the projects, the trailer parks, the back blocks, even in some suburban areas. Because just because a person live in a suburban area don't mean it's peaching in the cream, gas, electric, water, all shit. It be struggles everywhere. I'm not one to knock the struggles, but I tell a person that the struggles are different, depending on your zone. That's just how it is. No matter, you don't get mad at me, that's how it is. So with that being said, it's like, damn, yo, you made it out, yo, you still violating probation, yo, you got 20 years over your head, you doing this and that, all this. It's like, damn, for what? You know what I'm saying? For what? You know what I mean? None of my OGs, shit, my father and people's, you know what I'm saying, houses is bought by, it's just different shit that you see once you get older, bro. Arkansas, what it is. Yeah, Arkansas, you know, you from a place where it's rough. I remember in the 90s and early 2000s, all the documentaries on Lil Rock. You feel what I'm saying? The one thing about Lil Rock, I promise you, if I go back and do the research of those documentaries from Lil Rock, Arkansas, and all those kids that was my age back then when I was a kid, I bet you none of them people still around. 80% of them people got the on drug story, got the incarcerated story, you know what I mean, got the deceased story, and then you got some people that got the story that made it out. You get what I'm saying? They made it out, and making it out doesn't mean, shout out to France. You know what I mean? Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Making it out the ghetto doesn't mean at all that you got millions of dollars, that you charged up, that you the big boss. No, making it out means that you know, a place to live. You got your 3 cars, credit, and crib. You know what I'm saying? You might could purchase a home. You might got a good little job that you maintaining, and you happy. That's what's making it out is. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, the big make out is hitting the lottery, making it big and rap, getting a job to pay millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, if you make good money and you can provide a good roof over your head, keep food in the refrigerator, clothes on your back, some money in your bank, and good credit, bro, that's making it out. You know what I'm saying? The reality that we know when you coming from the projects, the trailer park, the streets, the back blocks, wherever you come from, even some suburban areas. You know what I'm saying? So you say, man, shit, bro, I come from the projects, or I come from roaches and rats and, you know, row houses. I come from living on traps where, you know, it's hard as, so shit, man, I got a house, man, out in Cobb County. I got a house, you know what I mean, the south of France. You get what I'm saying? I got a house in a part of Arkansas where it ain't violent. I could go out, sit on my porch, fall asleep on my porch, leave my door open. If I have to be gone all day, nobody's going to be in my house. You get what I'm saying? I'm living better than what I grew up living to. That's the American dream, or at least the ghetto dream. You get what I'm saying? And some people making it upside. I say, yo, some people making above average. But you know what I mean? Coming from the ghetto, average is great. You know what I'm saying? Average is good. You could want for more. You know what I'm saying? You could get more. You could grind more. Anything you want in this world, you can and will possess. But just having the necessities of life, good credit, some money in the bank, a cash flow, a retirement plan going, you get what I'm saying? That's what's making it out is, bro. That's what making a lot of those people take care of a lot of things. They're just making 50, 60,000 a year. They holding down their family and other families, letting cousins and nieces and nephews coming to live with them and shit like that, bro. That's making it out when you got somewhere where people could come that ain't the projects, ain't the ghetto, bro. That's making it out. You know what I mean? But these individuals, thugging them, are beyond making it out. They making it out, getting so much paper they could take their family out. How could you want to go back to that? Yeah, we content with average, right? Right, right. And what I'm saying is to not be hooked on drugs, dead, or in jail. Average is a great thing. You get what I'm saying? Let's get to living average. Then we can put our heads together and live above average. You know what I mean? That's the way, you know, you hear Kanye West speaking about a community all the time. But that's how that community got empowered in the world. All big business was created on blood, sweat, and tears and cutthroat. That's just business, bro. That's just the way business go. Nothing in the world goes no different than that. When you creating a business, even if you're an honest businessman, you're gonna have to step on some toes, bro. You're gonna have to do some things that you gotta be like, God, forgive me. That's just business, bro. That's just the way it goes. So I don't knock the other cultures and community for one person buying a house, 12 people living, because we grew up like that, 13, 14 people living in the house. But did we grow up with the mentality that the Latinos is 13, 14 people living in the house? Then we all saving up our money. Then we're gonna buy the house next door. Then the house after that. Now we own the whole little block with 6 houses on it. You know what I'm saying? We used to have that mentality. We don't have that mentality no more. That's why a lot of us can't go back and tell our neighborhoods and see some of the people we love, because our people are all spread it out. because the neighborhoods are being gentrified. The houses are being higher. At one time, houses were cheap in the area. Some people are coming through it. Not all just other cultures. There's some black people that got their shit together that's coming and buying these properties, and they probably never, once they see them and make sure they'll probably never see them again once they put their tenants in it. You know what I mean? Because they get companies to run them. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, for Little Dirt, Thug, Casanova, all those dudes that's booked and got things going on, even down to Big U. You get what I'm saying? Brick Baby, all those dudes just got opportunities to do above average, and the above average shit got the plan when they got above average, like they ain't forget the bottom there. That's why I posted. People be pumped up like a hot air balloon, but they gotta remember that the hot air balloon starts on the ground and goes up in the sky, then falls back down for a safe landing. You only gonna be up in the sky a certain amount of time before it gotta go down, bro. That's just the laws of physics. The only people you ever seen floating in the sky was them people that was stuck in space for 10 months. You get what I'm saying? And they had to learn how to maintain in the sky for 10 months. And they got the fuck out of there. They got the fuck out of there. So the ground doesn't mean the bottom all the time. The ground means being grounded universally, because you could go up there. People like, look at Bill Gates and real rich people, bro. They don't floss and diamonds and all this old goofy shit. And they be in the sky, but they know they grounded. Gotta come back down, bro. Everything in the sky, even the birds. You even seen falling stars. Even the sun goes out the sky, then the moon come up, then the moon leaves the sky, and the sun comes up, bro. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Don't get it fucked up, bro. Everything at the top come down, bro, because there's nowhere else to go. You seen the space people was beyond the sun. They came back down after 10 months, baby. So that's what life biggest lesson to me is being grounded. Life biggest lesson to me is being grounded, bro. That's it. It's just being grounded, bro. We can touch the sky, come up in the spot, look at extra fly. You get what I'm saying? But we gotta be grounded about it. You could ball, you could get on a yacht, you could live your life. You gotta be grounded about it and not take for granted what's on the ground. That's why they say be grounded. You'll be well grounded, well rounded, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you're on the ground is rounded. You just say be well rounded, be grounded. You know what I mean? Plant your feet, stay solid. That's what they mean. A lot of these dudes be solid to the wrong shit. You get what I'm saying? And they get up in there and realize, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? When a hot air balloon go up, or a plane, or anything, when it goes up in the air and it's functioning right, has a smooth landing. These dudes coming out crashing. You seen anything from birds, the animals, the helicopters, the jets get up in that sky and fall down. You done seen rockets with astronauts on it coming back to Earth and it don't succeed. Coming up out that sky ain't no joke. And we seeing them dudes hit the joint. Look at Gucci Man. Man, Gucci Man did that federal bit and you ain't heard about him. Gucci Man did that federal bit and you ain't heard about it with nothing got to do with the police department. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he knows, man, I done came up in that sky in the plane and went, boom, I done exploded before. How many times you think you're gonna escape that? You know what I'm saying? Look at some of our great artists that passed away. Juice WRLD, from drug use. Like, it's just so much going on. Look at the verse. How many Latinos were murdered? How many Latino artists were murdered? How many Latino stars were arrested? How many Afro beat stars were arrested? How many of them overdosed? How many, we know rock and roll stars do it all the time. How many country artists? How many pianists? You get what I'm saying? How many of these people happen? But look at the ratio to hip hop. Look at the ratio to hip hop. Look at our community. Look what we love the most. And look how it falls. It falls at a rapid pace, bro. And a lot of these dudes, I feel like with Dirt, you know what I mean? Before I get out of here, let's tell you a few things, situations in my opinion. I feel like with Dirt made it out and Dirt tried to take his people with him. You know what I'm saying? True indeed. Dirt made it out and Dirt tried to take his people with him. The individuals, you can't help but who you love. You can't help who you love. And like the internet says, the internet messing with him so mentally, saying, you gotta ride for Vaughn, you gotta ride for Vaughn, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. You gotta ride for somebody that's never coming back. You got to. That's the laws of the ghetto. I understand it totally. If you don't ride it, you could become a victim. You know what I mean? Dudes could take your crew for week. 30, 40 million up, 10, 15 million up, 5 million up. Do people still talk to you with that? I bet you don't nobody go ask Trump to go ride for nobody. And if they ask Trump to go ride it, they tell him they gonna do it. Trump had what, 15,000 people run up in the White House. And freed him when he got in office. Dirk brought dudes out the ghetto, showed unconditional love. He's part of the gang culture. He understood that he was a part of the gang culture. He's under the ghetto culture. He understood that he was under the ghetto culture. So what did you do when you from the ghetto and you with your friends your whole lifetime about if we make it out? These are the things we do. How many people really keep their word? Little Dirk kept their word. He was always trying to bring somebody up from Chi-Town. But these individuals are so old block in eyes. Now you say institutionalized, old block in eyes, and gang op in eyes. They try to bring that to $1 billion industry that's not tolerating that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Straight up. They bring it to an industry that's not tolerating that. And what happens? It falls. You get what I'm saying? It falls. It falls. It falls. That plane and that thing come falling out the sky. That's what I'm saying, bro. And I'm telling y'all this from this standpoint as a man, a grown ass man, right? That sat in prison for years. I watch dudes, kill each other. You know what I'm saying? I watch dudes go to war in it. But one thing that I always saw, it was black on black. One thing that a Chinese dude, I gotta tell y'all this. I was locked up in Towson, 05, 06. I met a Chinese dude by the name of Lou. He was in a Chinese gang. That's how real the world is. He was in a Chinese gang. He had like a half a dragon on his back. He couldn't really speak English, but he used to be telling us in so many words like half a dragon represented, his culture, gang, or whatever he was in. You get the whole dragon when you put in work. You know what I mean? He would show us pictures of his family and friends or whatever, his comrades or whatever. And some of them had the whole dragon. Some of they should be coloring in, but he said he didn't put the work. Lou was my man, bro. Listen what I'm saying. Like he was, I remember being on a visit with Lou one time. Some Chinese man came in there and said, I'm ready to go. And Lou said, the visit was over. That's how all his visits was. His visit was about 10 minutes. You get what I'm saying? No longer than 15 minutes. Lawyer paid for. His lawyer was paid for. His conversary kept a couple thousand. Every time he got on the phone, they picked up the phone. Me and Lou was in the county jail for about 10 months together. Then Lou left. And I was in the county jail for a couple more months. I run into Lou again. I run into Lou down the line in prison. So when I get to the prison, I'm in the prison. I see my man Lou. Lou, what's up, Lil Baby? He said to me, the man can barely speak English. He said to me, what, brother? They try to, catch the lingo. Brother, you good? He said, good. I said, what's going on with you? He said, you know what I mean? He said that in his mind, he said to me, I said, man, who you hanging out with? Not Black Eye. He said, Black Eye. Here's what he said. It's not even funny. He said, Black Eye scam, Black Eye gang, Black Eye faggot, Black Eye everything, Black Eye problem. That's the first thing Lou said to me, bro. You feel me? That's the first thing when I seen Lou at the minute. We got on our grades and New Balance and shit. And I rapped to him on the yard because he was hanging. There was a couple Chinese dudes in there. So he had this little crew. When he seen me, we was happy to see each other. He rapped to me, but the boy let me know. You know what I'm saying? The boy let me know. The boy straight up let me know. You know what I mean? The boy let me know. The boy straight up let me know, boy. He ain't fuck with black dudes like that. You know what I mean? Please double tap that screen. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. But my man Lou, man, he was devastated with the culture. Lou was so devastated with the culture that he didn't want nothing to do with it. He hollered at me, let me know, I said, you good? You need something? No, I'm good, man. But Lou was mad about that. And that's just as like something to say, like how other cultures look at us. You get what I'm saying? And that's a big thing. And that's because of the idiotic shit that we do, the idiotic shit that we, take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with the LGBT community. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking about, no incidents. And that's just how he felt. He just felt like us as a culture was in everything. And shout out to Lou. You know what I mean? Shout out to Louis 100%. Hey, man, shout out to the Mod Squad for handling business for me, man. Shout out for the Mod Squad for getting busy like the monkey dance, making sure that these trollers, or when you try to tell somebody the right thing, they believe what they want to believe, man. But listen, man, I thank y'all for tapping in this morning, man. I got a run to make. So, man, please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. On my way to 5K. But the goal is to get to 10K before the first day of summer, man. Push it to the limit. Up and coming interviews coming on. Make sure y'all follow the Third World. Keeping it the G News. Shout out to Kane Third World Studio. Versus B Herb, all the guys, the Mars Squad, Safi. Make sure y'all follow those channels, man. What it is, what it is, what it is. What it is, what it is, Neff. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man. Make sure y'all follow me, man, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You know what I mean? I gotta get back into my Twitter. Twitter been kind of lit. I gotta get it in the X. That's what I'm gonna do later. I gotta get it back to my Twitter account, and the Twitter be lit. Like Twitter be super lit. You could just explode on X. X letting you have your way, and I think that's the place where I want to be, where you can have your way. But again, man, Young Thug in court, April the 7th. Violation of probation. Lil Baby, Four Pockets Full. They talking this indictment. I played the court clippings, man. And shout out to any other clips that I played, man, and their content. But again, man, hey, listen, man, get this video to 30 likes, man, so they can push this into the algorithm. Again, no fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Make sure y'all tap in with me. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll be back in the lab chopping up. And I don't know, man. Tell Third World, man, we need to do something. We need to collab a little later, man. But hey, man, I really appreciate y'all, and I hope I gain some new subscribers. Trying to get to that 5K, and we busting that 10K open before the summer, man. And we going on a 100K run 2025. 2025, I'm getting my YouTube plaque. That's the goal.